wistful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Just call Mo, injured on the go. If you're in an accident, then you should just call Mo. Hey, just call Mo, just call Mo, just call Mo today. Car accidents are never fun, but Mo helps you get paid.
Sung by a non-attorney spokesperson, Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tea at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com. The season of wonder meets wild fun at Busch Gardens Christmastown. See holiday lights at thrilling heights on 18 rides and coasters. Enjoy dazzling new shows and holiday flavors. And heartwarming moments with Santa, Rudolph, and friends. Christmas shines brightest with nearly 70 miles of twinkling lights at Tampa Bay's best and longest running holiday event, Busch Gardens Christmastown. Select dates through January 5th. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our holiday sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
This holiday season, whether you're hosting a feast or sharing a quiet moment with those you cherish, make fresh from Florida produce the heart of your celebration. From sweet strawberries to brighten your breakfast, golden corn that brings warmth to every dish, and crisp romaine for those refreshing holiday salads. As you gather with those you love, remember the dedicated farmers that work year-round to deliver the freshest flavors Florida has to offer. Fresh from Florida, trust is grown here.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Retail therapy can turn to physical therapy after you fall and hurt yourself at a store. If you've suffered a slip and fall injury, call Fair and Farah. Our team of investigators will find out if the property owner is responsible for whatever caused your fall. We know that witnesses can vanish, evidence can go missing, and accident scenes can change. So contact us immediately. The sooner we're on the case, the better. You may be down, but that doesn't mean you're out. Fair and Farah. Orlando.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Z-E-L-M-I-N-S, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, December 12th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from Trump's big weed move to the Stardust Racers court documents are full of bombshells and shocking rumors about the upcoming Steven Spielberg movie. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And this never, ever, ever happened,
What?
Fred.
No, what happened?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it, but I got a last-minute message right here in front of me.
From whom?
Hot off the presses. It's a last-minute message from that guy who teleported into the stolen car. Let's see what he says.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. We made it through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. I knew it could be done.
What a time.
And I knew you could do it just the same. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Good. Feeling good. How are you,
nothing,
C-Lane?
Yeah, nothing of note, C-Lane?
I
Nothing?
know. I feel fine.
Yeah.
A little lighter.
Barely. But are you slowed down today, day after the vasectomy, or can you still move at record pace?
There was no record pace for me the day before the vasectomy.
How horny are you?
0. A little swollen, I think. Still, I think the pain level is quite low, but I think there's still some swelling going on.
Okay.
Would it be dangerous?
Mostly because the lead actor won't come out of his trailer.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know
Would
what
it
that
be
means.
dangerous if on today's show,
like a scared turtle?
Oh.
if you were to get excited during today's show, just on the basis of the content alone, would that be a danger for you?
Did you line up a show full of,
sexy stories?
You bet your ass we did. We got strippers. We got Bonnie Blue, fresh out of prison, gonna be here.
I don't think that's sexy at all.
I'm gonna try everything. We'll see what happens here. You feel okay? You feel
good. Oh, we brought a pin cushion to the show today. That's fine.
Those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I put together, and only because I was up at 4:30 this morning by accident, a very good recap of what C-Lane had gone through this week.
All right.
And it's posted on realradio.fm, and as soon as both of you accept the collaboration, everyone's Instagram.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
I have to go watch it now.
I put together an Instagram video that explains that C-Lane got a vasectomy.
Okay, all right.
And
I mean, what is this, behind the scenes footage? I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, we had a very detailed conversation about it on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, and
a lot of
the thing that you
questions.
said was definitely not true.
Yeah, how's your pee hole doing? They root around in there.
That's good. I'm
swizzle stick.
still icing it. It's
Yeah. Oh, do you really have ice?
yeah, that's a nice pack.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's probably protocol. I think that's probably normal. It seems weird. Well, ice your nuts up. Let's get going here. Here we go.
Does it make
Let's
you
put our-
uncomfortable that I'm icing myself during the show?
Yes, kind of. I don't know why, but kind of a little bit. All right, Frosty, let's get to the opening clip. Let's put our ears to the ground,
Hot
our
Frosty.
fingers on the
Okay,
pulse.
I am.
Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And I've only heard of one person that I know being in one of these before, a Waymo. C-Lane has been in a Waymo. I think they're starting to spread around the United States of America. Like there's more and more of the Waymos out there.
The big word on the street is that they are headed to Orlando.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, they're a lot. They're a lot more easy to find in bigger cities, and they're making their way around. And if you don't know, a Waymo is like an Uber,
but there's no human being. It's just automatically driving you around. It shows up to pick you up and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to let this play out, and then I'll give you the details. But this poor woman is attempting to get into her Waymo. She finds a bit of a surprise hidden in the trunk. Let's go.
Why the f*** are you in the trunk?
That's why, man. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I'm over here. Yeah, this won't let me out.
Why are you in it?
They just put me in here.
Who put you in?
The
what?
The people. I'm late. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. Look,
all right.
This woman, she's trying to get into Waymo for like her daughter's birthday or something. And she goes to get in the Waymo, and there's a man hiding in the trunk of the Waymo.
And he's like, the people put me in there, but the whole point of the Waymo is there's no people involved.
No, there's not. No. And he's like, no answers for anything. He's basically saying, I was teleported here. That's all right. Essentially, his response is, me too. I was teleported here. And this lady's like, wait, what? Why is there a mystery man hiding in the trunk of this vehicle? To all you fakers and stagers, you don't know me very well. Hang on.
Why the f*** are you in the trunk?
Why?
I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I'm over here. Yeah,
I love the idea. It always brings me back to the skit from I Think You Should Leave, where he crashes into the office building in the hot dog car, and he's in the hot dog costume in the office, and he's like, I too am trying to figure out who crashed into this office right now. And this guy's like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Exactly. I mean, come on.
He's like, I'm just as concerned as you are as why I'm in the back of an automated vehicle like this Waymo
Why
right
the
now.
f*** are you in the trunk?
That's why, man. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I'm over here. Yeah, this won't let me out.
Why are you in it?
Huh? They just put me in here.
Who put you in?
The
what?
The people.
The people.
I'm late. That's what I'm
And that's when she walks away. She was like, there's no people involved.
She just sits by the door. She's like, what? It says, this is not a skit. And then it shows the guy getting arrested on the side of the road here.
Arrested for what?
I got that for you. Hang on. Let's see. It says,
I have a lot of questions.
Viral video showing a man being discovered hiding in the trunk of a Waymo by a female passenger is raising concerns about the safety of driverless taxis.
All right, hang on. He wasn't hiding.
I think he was before she said something about it. She's like, whoa, why are you in the... She started filming because there's a guy in the trunk.
The people
of
put
her
me in
Waymo.
here, obviously.
And like, you know what that seems like to me? It seems like you're going to wait till we drive down the road and go and pop out the back.
Surprise.
Start choking somebody out or something. In the video, the female passenger could be heard asking the man why he's in the trunk. The man tells the woman he was put in the trunk and couldn't get out. Who put you in? The people, he responds. Teleported again. Unbelievable. A subsequent video posted to the account showed the man being detained and questioned by police. A juvenile female was also seen in the video and could be heard talking to a Waymo representative who said they provided the rider with a credit. Thank you so much. Another free Waymo credit for me. Really appreciate it right now.
How did he get there to begin with? He obviously was a customer, right? You can't open the door without being a customer ceiling question?
Isn't there a way to determine if someone has stayed behind in the vehicle?
That might be their next update. The next update to the software is going to be, is there somebody in this vehicle?
Right.
Like,
if this light is flashing, there's somebody in your trunk right now.
I have sensors at my house that will... That instead of just motion detectors like your old school ones you would have for your alarm system, they call them like presence detectors.
Oh.
You know, like they can,
there's a ghost.
Even if the person's not moving, they could tell they're present, because they're breathing or their heart's beating, stuff like that. It's a more advanced system. I don't know if it would work in a car though.
What about if they did it with weight?
That would be the way to go.
Yeah, like you'd say the car weighs this much. If there's anything over this much, then either somebody's behind or they've left like a bag in here or something. I wonder if they'll start to do that because that is freaky, man. This lady's just trying to get into a driverless vehicle, and it's not so personless as you might imagine. There's somebody hanging out in the trunk. So bizarre, but thankfully she's okay. All is well, and we'll keep an eye on Waymos and teleportation to see if this starts spreading even further here.
I mean, that poor guy that used that excuse, or perhaps the real reason why he sold that old man's BMW, he hasn't gone to court yet. That was going to be his solid reason as to why he should not be thrown in jail.
The
and
more
now
fellow
everyone's
people he has,
using
the
it.
better, though. Like, if he's got more people, Sabrina, then he'll be like, hey, I'm not the only one. This guy teleported into the back of a Waymo, too.
Everyone's being teleported now.
Yeah, you're going to need 3 or 4 friends to confirm this kind of an allegation, I
When
think.
they invented time travel, the absolute farthest back you could go was December of 2025. So this is where they all start showing up.
It's unbelievable, but here we go. And big news today. They're talking in Capitol Hill or in Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., and saying that Trump may reclassify marijuana as a Schedule 3 drug on a federal level, obviously, as soon as like this weekend. President Trump is expected to reclassify marijuana as a Schedule 3 drug. Looking up this on, this is Washington Times here. And it says marijuana might not be on the federal government list of most restricted drugs for much longer. Mr. Trump told House Speaker Mike Johnson he wants to issue an executive order about this, and he wants to direct agencies to move the drug from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. What's Schedule 3? What else is on Schedule 3? We got to see what else is on there. Schedule 1 is Schedule 3, because Schedule 1 is like heroin.
Schedule 1 are drugs that have no medical use. Let's see. Schedule 3 drugs include moderate to low physical dependence risks such as ketamine, Tylenol with codeine, Suboxone, anabolic steroids. And then Google's AI just kind of like flipped out on me.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's
I'm
just
seeing like
a bunch of
psychedelics, LSD, DMT. Am I
is
doing this
category
right?
3 or level 3?
I went 1.
No, 1 is the bad one. That's where it is now. It's going to be moved to Schedule 3.
So we have stimulants, like benzophedamine.
Benzos. Wow. Okay.
We have phendimetrazine, like Bontril.
Good old
Testosterone.
All right.
Stanzazole. Ketamine, dronabinol. I mean, this
Okay,
is. Can we
I
not
get-
have the fun names from the commercials, please?
I get the point. I see what's going on here. But it's moving from one classification to another if Trump could push this through.
Where's diazepam on that list?
Oh, is that what you're on right now?
No.
High as a kite, aren't you?
But yesterday.
Dirty dog. Trump said some people like it, some people hate it. Some people hate the whole concept of marijuana because it does bad for the children. It does bad for the people that are older than children.
What?
And I don't know what that
Adults?
means. Nothing good can happen. What was it? What was the thing? Nothing bad can happen. Only
Nothing
good.
bad can happen. It can only good happen.
It could only
Yeah,
good
yeah,
happen.
basically. So I think this would be good. Shouts out to Trump. Do it. It's a smart move. Marijuana is quite obvious to anybody with a brain, much less dangerous than many of the other drugs that it is in concert with. And if this happens, I would like to see them further push to allow the THC drinks to stay on the shelves, even when the push to ban those actually goes through about a year from now. All right? So I think that would be good. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
On one hand, they kind of shimmied in, snuck in a ban on those drinks to the reopening of the government bill.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the whole thing might be Schedule 3 anyway.
Could be if they. I think he should. I think it would be a smart move on his part to go that route.
I don't disagree.
Biden talked about it, but then Biden kind of pussyfooted around it and then didn't end up doing it. I failed to see what the problem would be. Like now, the drug policies that a lot of these stupid cities like Seattle and Portland have embraced, where they just openly let people do drugs on the streets. They are terrible and terribly unpopular. All right. Once people see that, again, dumb utopian policy does not work at all in practice and makes life worse for everybody around it. Once people see that, they don't like that. But people do not, as far as my interactions with human beings, care about marijuana. It is not 1965. People do not care about marijuana. If you're the person who lowers the scheduling of this and increases the access and says, let's let adults be adults. If you want to do this, just like if you want to drink or anything else, then you can make an adult decision if you'd like to. I think that would be good, but we'll see where it all goes. I guess this is CNBC talking about this.
Multiple reports say President Trump is preparing to order his administration to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. A Washington Post report said Trump held a meeting at the White House on Wednesday with marijuana industry executives, along with HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I brought
CMS
some for everybody to
Administrator
try,
Dr.
so you know
Nevin
it's not that
They
bad.
were joined on the phone by Speaker Mike Johnson, who cited studies arguing against the move. The executives reportedly rebutted Speaker Johnson's arguments, and Trump left the conversation prepared to move forward with the reclassification.
I think the real breakthrough here would be this. Okay, I think Trump's on the right path here, and I think that's good, and I think people will like it. But I think the problem is you need experienced people in the White House. And when you're making moves on stuff, I think you should be familiar with it. I don't think he's ever been high in his life. I don't think he's ever smoked weed in his entire life. And he's making decisions about marijuana. I think before he signs anything, he should have to go into a room and maybe not smoke it, but like give him a brownie or a cookie or something.
Put it in his
and then
Diet Coke.
Spin him sideways for a little while.
I
Then
don't
afterwards,
like this.
he might change his mind, actually. It might rock his world a little bit. What are these
Everything
like?
is illegal now, and also, why are the lights so pretty?
A little 20 milligram additive to his Diet Coke.
He
might
gets
send
like
him
the worst
sideways.
weed paranoia there ever was.
He's like, we
Change
can't
my
do
Diet
it.
Coke
Every
to-
Democrat is at the front lawn of the White House with guns.
He's hitting all the buttons for the nukes. This might be a bad idea, folks. We might need to back
Just
out of
remember
this.
it was Sean's idea.
Yeah, well, a lot of
Okay,
bad
but all
ideas
those
start
like
there.
videos going around where it's like, is he sleeping or is he thinking? He would just be wide, like deer in headlights, wide-eyed during every single meeting.
Unless he
I
had
don't know
indica.
what's going on.
There's some journalist pushing questions on him, and he's just staring back with eyes as
You're
big as
crazy,
saucers.
man.
What, man? Who's president? What? Oh, God, that would be a time. Big thanks, by the way, to A.R. Hall, the latest Secret Show subscriber. Another Secret Show going up today before 5 p.m., usually right at 5 p.m. EST. Jessica emails the show, and she says, you got to see this. There is now a story that says the Universal, this was the Epic Universe ride, Stardust Racers, where there was a death.
Mm-hmm.
She says it was ruled an accident. The sheriff's report finds. I've got the actual sheriff's report from this that has just been released with all of the never before seen details. And we're going to look at it when we come back. We're going to see exactly what happened.
We're going to find out,
ride.
Jules.
We're going to find out for better or for worse, because they said it's grisly. They said it is a lot to it. We'll see what happened in this just released incident report about that story we've been covering with the roller coaster death. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Keep an eye out for disabled vehicles slowing things down on the beach line eastbound approaching Innovation Way. There's a crash on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching County Road 561 off to the shoulder. That's causing delays as well. Traffic's backed up due to an accident. John Young Parkway northbound at Destination Parkway on I-4. Traffic still slowing down in some of your typical areas this morning. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindster.com.
Collective Soul, live in concert. Friday, April 24th, Hard Rock Live Orlando.
Happy what? I swear to God you're fired. I swear to God today's the day. I said I've had enough. I've had enough. The guy's lazy. He won't get out of the chair. He won't turn on the camera in time. He doesn't do a good job of following. I think this lazy bastard dies today. Okay? Now you're out of the chair, huh? Oh my God! It's a miracle! Okay, I can't straighten his head out. But look, all of a sudden he can walk. Just a lazy asshole. Fired.
Fired. There's now a job opening at the News Junkie. I need a new camera person. All they have to do is each day between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. make sure that the Skull Mic camera is on and properly tracking me throughout the room. That's it. That's it. Couple minutes and we're back live. Hello, everybody. What a loser. Now I'm going to step on him, though, aren't I? I'm barefoot in here. Guess what, pal? You're retiring. All right, Wheelie?
Bad breath is a confidence killer. You could have the best outfit, the funniest jokes.
You're forever retiring.
Like the food you just ate.
Right here.
People remember. Those gums and mints just cover it up. It's like spring
In fact,
dirty laundry. Zellman's Minty Mouth is different. It's the functional breath freshener that you swallow.
Time to get somebody new.
To fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. Go to Zellmans.com. That's ZELMINS.com and use the code RADIO for 15% off your first order.
got a new employee. This old gentleman, he looks tried and trusty. He will be our new camera guy. Good luck, buddy. Don't get fired. All right, when we come back, I've got the actual court docs on the Stardust Racers incident where the guy died on the roller coaster. It's supposed to be pretty crazy, so we'll peel it open. It's about 11 pages long, so it's not that bad. We'll see what we can find in there. Hello? Hey. Hi. Please tell me you're not going to Publix. That's a good song. What's his name? What can I do for you today?
I'm going to Publix.
Okay. No, you're not going to Publix. Stop going to Publix. 3 minutes and we're back live on the show. That was fast. This guy's got employees just standing by. Well, you know, when you're running a big operation like this, you got to make sure people are on the up and up. Our new guy, our new camera operator, he seems like a respectful dude. Seems like he'll appreciate our time. And he seems like he'll be ready when the time is needed to turn on the camera each day and follow me around. If he fails 3 times, 3 strikes and he's out. He's on his ass too. What's his name? I'll allow you guys to name him. Chat, what is our new cameraman's name? What is his name? Name him now. We're working on a give, send, go for him so he doesn't have to work for Sean anymore. What, this pal right here? This guy's brand new on the job. When you talk about wheels, he'll be fine in retirement. Nookman? Bob? Doug? No. WrestleMania the 13th? Marty? Buttery Schlong? What makes you look at this guy and think his name should be Buttery Schlong? Creamy. Creamy the cameraman. He's been named. Creamy, stay right there. Be on point. Don't make any mistakes. All right, 1 minute. We're coming back. We got to go into that big update on the Stardust Racers roller coaster death. And let's see what's in this report. It could be interesting. Creamy. Creamy the cameraman. Look, he's doing great already. You got to really test it. What if I surprised him? It's your first day, dude. I'm going to give you a little bit of a break, but that is not a great start. Not a great start. All right, we're coming back.
Ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
What were some of the memories from your USO tours?
That nobody knew who I was, and they were like, why do we have to say hello to this guy?
Recently on the Good Stuff podcast, we sat down with our friend Bradley Cooper to talk about his deep friendship with host Jacob.
He was there when I found out that I was going to have a baby.
You showed me the picture. You're like, what's that mean? And I was like, oh my God.
And how they've been there for each other through the hard times.
And I was able to sort of walk Jacob through some stuff.
Yeah, next month I'll be 8 years clean and sober.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Good Stuff podcast, and listen now.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
So good to see you. So good to have you. Forget the same 3 songs over and over and over. Let's talk everything happening in the world each day. We're here for you 4 hours a day doing this. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. We've been following this story since the beginning, so this should be interesting. This is a big, giant update, and allegedly the details are crazy in this, but they've released an incident report finally about the dude who died on that roller coaster at Epic Universe. So he went to this theme park, guy goes on the ride ends, and they're like, oh my God, this guy is not doing well, and he's dead. And they shut down the ride. They get everybody's they get the whole rest of the ride on lockdown, so nobody's taking videos of them.
There's like one dude who had, on TikTok and then ended up being on the news, like Italian Pappy 420 or something like that. It was like one.
I wasn't there.
One employee was like, "Everyone, get off now!
Yeah,
and that's all we had heard for weeks.
Right. Now, we've got the actual report here, and I'm looking into this. Let's see what we can learn. It says background, so it's just like general stuff on what happened here. On September 17th, 2025, at approximately 9 p.m., a deputy from the Orange County Sheriff's Office was working in an off-duty capacity at Epic Universe. He heard a medical call for service being dispatched over their radio system at the Stardust Racers attraction. The deputy generated a self-initiated call for service with Orange County Sheriff's Office dispatch, and he wanted some backup, so he called for it. He worked with Epic Universe security to move witnesses into a nearby break room for the purpose of obtaining sworn statements from employees who were involved in this. And then they released some of the names of the people, the employees that they ended up talking to. Here's what one of the employees, Sebastian, so here's what Sebastian had to say about all of this. Sebastian said he responded to a call for an unconscious guest on the Stardust Racers ride. And as he arrived on the scene, he found this dude unresponsive with, quote, severe facial trauma. Ooh. That doesn't sound great. Sebastian said that the rider was still secured in the ride vehicle via lap bar. He said, oh, God. He said it took approximately 10 minutes for the lap bar to be released. So he's just like dead on the ride after the ride is over. What? And they can't get him off the ride for 10 minutes because the lap bar is locked in there. Orange County Fire Rescue arrived on the scene, and they started taking care of him. The guest was stuck on the ride vehicle, face down, falling out of the seat with his legs inverted.
Huh? With his what?
I'm trying to picture this. I'll say that again. The guest was stuck on the ride vehicle, face down, falling out of the seat with his legs inverted. That's what this guy
Like his knees are going
like.
the other way. That doesn't make sense.
He was in a wheelchair, so
So he never had knees to begin with.
Well, it's just that his legs could
maybe more easily be in a different direction than they're supposed to, I guess I would say.
God.
But they said they confirmed his statement. Then they talked to somebody else who said he instructed the attraction operators to release the patient from the lap bar so the patient could be removed from the seat. They said he was there as they released the lap bar. Dakota detailed that Orange County Fire Rescue took over patient care at that point in time. Then they talked to Xavier, who found a male still seated with the lap bar in place, no pulse, and unresponsive. He made an attempt to remove the victim from the ride vehicle, but was unsuccessful. He said the person had injuries to his face and further observed what he said was a significant amount of blood loss. A significant amount of blood loss. Other abnormalities noted were what appeared to be defects in both legs, and they were informed by his partner that he was wheelchair bound. And then the final person they talked to, I believe, is a woman named Kristen. She said she was made aware that a guest had been injured, and she said that when she arrived, they were performing CPR on this guy, which I don't believe ended up working. They also
I can confirm that, Sean. It did not work.
Turns out, yes, in the long run, he is indeed dead. They also brought his girlfriend to the hospital, who had been dating him for approximately 10 years. And the girlfriend said she was riding Stardust Racers with her boyfriend. Hold on. Cruz Roble was riding Stardust Racers with her boyfriend, who was her direct left. Directly before the ride began, these are two other people, I think. A Universal Ride employee pushed down on Zavala's lap restraint multiple times. She remembers very little about what happened next, but remembers seeing the guy hit his head on the seat multiple times. So she must have been like behind him or something. And she sees him like hitting his head on the seat.
The girlfriend
or
the other witness, you're saying?
These witnesses, I guess. These are two other people, I guess. Cruz Roble stated that this person had a pre-existing spinal injury and was taking some medication. She was visibly shaken, crying, and stating she was having panic attacks while speaking to deputies about this and could not write a statement herself. They said that these were the statements from everybody on the scene. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here worth noting.
So I've heard some other stuff this morning, and it was when it came to like starting the ride, that it took like 2 or 3 times for it to finally click. At least that's what the girlfriend was saying for the lap bar, and that she felt he was secure. But then when it came to starting the ride, that she definitely saw him like hit his head and then hit his head a couple more times.
Hit his head on what? Like behind?
The front. She said the front, they were in the second to last row, and it was like the front seat. And she tried to scream for help, and no one could hear her because obviously it was in the midst of the ride.
Right.
And that there was a lot of blood.
Yeah, everybody's saying a lot of blood all over his face, all of that stuff. They talk about the surveillance footage showing him just slumped over the all the security measures on the ride itself. And then they call it an accident. It says, based on the totality of the circumstances, with consideration of known available evidence to include sworn statements, video surveillance, the District 9 Medical Examiner's Office findings, the standard operating procedures provided by Epic Universe, this case was deemed an accidental death and was closed accordingly. So that's what they said in this new report, talking about all of the witnesses who saw all of this. The family obviously is going to continue on with their case against the theme park, and who knows, they may settle that before too long, because it is a pretty bad case for them to have out there, certainly.
Do you think it has anything to do with him being in a wheelchair? Like if you had the complete, working of your legs or, full body, that you wouldn't flail around so much?
I think it definitely has to do with the condition that led to him being in a wheelchair, because, that obviously seems like the biggest pre-existing condition I can think of. But I don't know. He also, if his legs don't work, he can't really use them to resist moving around on the ride. He's not going to be able to do that. So, there's the new report on this. Let us know what you think. If you think the folks who run the ride or Epic Universe were responsible for this, let us know. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now.
I'm looking at the picture of the Stardust Racers right now. And if he would have to be slumped pretty far forward to hit his head on the back of the person in front of him.
Right.
It seems like a lot of room.
Is there a thing where he could hit his head behind him?
Well, yeah. That would be the closer place, but I mean, I'm sure it's padded and.
But both of us have been on it, C-Lane and myself, right?
Yeah.
Sean, have you been on it?
I know I haven't been on it. I've been by it, but
it was an awesome ride.
I don't know again.
Be very clear with that. But while there was a lot of thrashing, I mean, with the G-forces, I do not remember any sort of whip your full body forward and hit your head hard enough.
Right.
Which leads me to believe, like, even with the restraints, those are over your shoulders. So how close can you be unless you have a really long neck? I'm not putting anything against. Obviously, it's a tragic thing what happened, but it could very well be, as determined, a freak accident.
The restraints aren't over your shoulders, though.
But they're not?
It looks like the people in these pictures are able to have, like, free movement of their shoulders.
Look, one of the key things about every safety measure on a roller coaster like this is very likely that it requires a person to be alive for them to work. So if your body is completely like slumped over and you're not, responding in any way, it may be that you can then like move around and hit your head against things, and then things would be a hell of a lot worse. It could be that would be the case.
Nightmare.
Yeah, that's bad.
The restraint is very much around the lap. It's in your front, but your arms, they have movement. But like I said, you would have to go pretty far forward to hit.
I still say the craziest thing about this, and the things that sucks pretty bad, is I think it's going to keep a lot of other people who are in wheelchairs off some of these rides, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of people who, despite their physical issues like that, still want to go to a theme park, still want to go on a ride, still want to have fun. And
they cannot make a ride or a seat, one seat for those that are wheelchair bound, or
they usually
extra
do
straps?
have that.
Yeah,
they usually do have that.
Yeah, just like they have a fat seat.
I know, but the new rule that they made as a result of this was like, if you can't physically get up and get yourself onto the ride seat, then you cannot ride the ride.
Okay, does that mean your partner can't help you? I thought the rule was more like they're not going to help you.
You can see
like
if
they
you can
as in
find out
Universal
more about
team
that.
members.
I remember we talked about it when they announced the rule change afterwards, but I don't remember the specifics of how they changed all of that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, a house mysteriously blows up. What the hell is going on here? We're going to find out together. We'll see what's happening with that. We'll get into some of your feedback here on a Friday and a whole lot more on the way. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends, our classic alternative. Classic alternative this week.
Start, we'll see a big afternoon warm up with temperatures climbing into the upper 60s and low 70s. We'll see a high in Orlando of 72 degrees, which is still a couple of degrees below normal, but we'll see plenty of sunshine today and a couple of increasing clouds as we head to our Saturday with warmer temperatures, a high of 76 tomorrow and 77 by Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices.
Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome behind the scenes. When we come back, a house explodes. You'll see it yourself. Why did it explode? We'll answer that question as well.
Visit freshfromflorida.com and join the free Fresh from Florida Club. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cooning.
Very interesting development yesterday in the Charlie Kirk case, by the way. And I don't know if this is going to be good or bad, but I'm interested, to say the least. But the judge has decided that they will allow cameras into the courtroom for the Charlie Kirk assassination trial. The judge has described that has ruled that they will allow cameras in the courtroom for that case, which should be super interesting. Night Nurse says, I rode a roller coaster at Six Flags and I am able-bodied. It beat the S out of me, my head, neck, and ears. Wasn't there news on the Luigi Mangione case about the officer or something? The news this week was the body cam footage they released. Just more appearances of him in court and slow developments in that case. But, I mean, to me, it's pretty slam dunk. Both of those cases are pretty slam dunk cases against the person. Everything else is memes online with people hero worshiping these people, mostly on like Reddit or something. But there wasn't anything crazy big other than the police talking to the Luigi Mangione guy. They released all the notes and stuff he had on him. One of his notes was to like pluck his eyebrows after he killed the healthcare CEO. He was worried that the McDonald's worker was going to be targeted for like calling the police to turn him in, those kind of things. But public trials are interesting, especially something like the Charlie Kirk one.
Means making tough last-minute decisions, but preparing the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them.
You sure about that with Luigi's gun being found? Yes, I'm sure. I'll take the bet if you'd like to. Hi. Why are you back?
I can go.
Where are you going?
Probably,
You're not going to stop joking. You've gone to Publix 8 times this week.
I've gone twice.
You're not going, okay? What does Candace Owens have to say about that? Who cares? Okay, be safe, please. See you later. Go get kidnapped. Out there in the real world. Love you, bye.
Like spraying perfume on dirty laundry. It doesn't solve the problem. That's where Zellman's Minty Mouth comes in. Zellman's is not just another mint. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules.
Sean sounds like a giddy schoolboy when he speaks with Courtney. I sound cool, calm, and collected always. Never changes. Just very... So top adjective would be cool. That's the thing I would say. What do you think, Creamy? Yeah? Creamy agrees. I heard the Publix guy also got a vasectomy yesterday.
Use the code RADIO for 15% off your first order. That's Zellmans.com, code RADIO.
2 minutes and we're back live. This segment won't be a dud, I promise. Unless you just had a Celsius, isn't that true? So in California, there's this house. I've got the video of it. We're going to watch it next. And all of a sudden, this house just explodes. Completely explodes. And the interesting why it exploded is, the interesting reason why it exploded is one of the reasons why we're going to talk about this. But you'll see it all in just a moment here. He's a kiss ass, that Creamy. Creamy's just a good guy. He's just a good guy sitting here in his nice little sweater, operating the camera, doing a fantastic job. He's Creamy, he's dreamy. Creamy the cameraman. Keep doing your good work, buddy. 1 minute. We also have the next episode and This Week in Florida coming up. By the way, for those of you who buy merch and get involved in events and stuff that we do, I'm working on a merch item for next year that I don't think anybody else has done. Certainly not in the industry. That I think will be super cool, very, very collectible, and I'm excited about it. A really special custom item that will be unveiled at some point in 2026. Maybe the greatest News Junkie merch item ever. All right, come back.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest here. And if you're looking for some serious fun, head over to ChumbaCasino.com. At Chumba Casino, you can play all your favorite social casino-style games for free anytime, anywhere. It's the most fun you can have on your phone or computer.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to
Viral Newsroom, and we're glad to have you on board. If by chance you want to learn more about the show, myself, Sabrina, C-Lane, anybody involved with the News Junkie Radio Show podcast and live stream, go to the website, thenewsjunkie.com right now. Imagine this happens to you, okay? They're just hanging out at their house in San Francisco. You got enough problems, what with the hobos and everything else happening in that city. And you're just trying to live your life, and your house explodes. Because this is an actual thing that happened to this woman in San Francisco's Bay Area. Now, that's a fake sound of a house exploding. It's shockingly close to what this sounds like for real. Here's the fake one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right there. Here's what it really sounded like. Here's from the doorbell camera across the street.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's just gone. There's nothing left, man. The house just blew up.
How?
It's crazy to me. We'll get into why and how this happened. But this happened to a woman named Brittany Maldonado. She's in Hayward, California, in the Bay Area in San Francisco. And her house just completely and totally blows up. Now, I want you to see this, so I'm going to put this up on See It Now over on thenewsjunkie.com in just a moment. What were we going to say, Sabrina?
James Cameron or whoever the director is.
Michael Bay?
Paid millions of dollars for that movie-like explosion.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear how that was caused.
It looks fake, kind of. It's just...
It does. That's nuts.
And just a big... Look at it. At one point, there's just a big chunk of the house. It's just, just smashing into the ground. I'm going to grab the screenshot of this right now and put it up on See It Now. That's how we can share with you things that are visual on the show, breaking down that wall and the barrier. And I'm getting this up right now. But this was a gas explosion, as you might have imagined, at this person's house. It obliterated the house, blew out all the windows in the nearby houses and shook them. It made people think that there was an earthquake as far as half a mile away.
Wow.
When this thing started rumbling. It was just really that bad. House blows up San Francisco. Okay, easy as that. It's up there for you over on See It Now. Take a peek if you have a moment, because this is a pretty wild one. And I want you to get a look at this. All right. Hang on here. I'm going to put this up. Okay. We are all good and set. It's up there for you right now on See It Now over on thenewsjunkie.com. Let us know what you think and get your dispatches in as well, because we haven't worked any of your comments into the show just yet. But that is freaky, man. That is freaky that you could blow up like that.
So she's okay.
The person wasn't inside the house. All right. That's the good news. Yeah.
Any pets?
It did injure 6 people and shut down a freeway. Doesn't say anything about pets. Thank God.
I read litter of puppies.
No, don't put that out there,
purebred, cute ones.
Don't put that out there, please. This was just a gas explosion. Nobody was home at the time. They said a construction crew had damaged an underground gas line while they were digging in the neighborhood. So some dude's mistake was like, ding, ding, you sure I can dig here? Boom. And the whole place explodes and it blows up this person's house. Good luck with the insurance company, I might say, after all of that. All right, we'll get to your feedback, that rolling in here on the show momentarily. Updates on this football coach who's in big trouble coming up a little bit later on the show as well. It's the guy from the University of Michigan who had a wild, very dramatic week. So we'll talk about him as we move forward on the show. You can email us, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people chiming in about the marijuana change by the Trump administration, where they're going to move it from Schedule 1, which is like the worst types of drugs, they're going to move marijuana on a federal level to Schedule 3. And Steve emails the show on this topic. And he says, hey, junkies, I don't understand the banning of THC drinks, especially the alcohol companies being behind it. I would think especially the beer companies would want to get into this business because they have brand recognition already, and the names are right there. You could have Budweiser, Buds, Miller, Higher Lifes, Bush Kush drinks. Thanks. Have a good weekend, Steve. Well, the problem is they're not in the business, right? So all these liquor companies, the big corporations, they have big money. They have people on K Street in Washington, D.C., where the lobbyists are all at. And when the government shutdown was going on, they said, slip this in there. And they had them slip something in to the government budget that stopped the shutdown. And that said that you could no longer use these THC loopholes. But it doesn't have any enforcement for like a whole year. So right now, nothing changes. But in about a year, because of those liquor companies, you may not see those THC drinks on the shelves, which removes opportunities for people to get those. Like myself, I happen to like them. I think that they are pretty good and useful. And then then you would have to go back to this weird patchwork system of all like the medical marijuana stuff, and round and round we go. I think that's a bad idea, but we do want to know what you think about it. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. One more person talking about the big story with the roller coaster ride death at Epic Universe. The report came out this week on what happened on that ride to this poor guy, and they have determined officially that it was an accident. And Kurt says, Sean, my sister-in-law had to have both of her legs amputated. She's confined to a hospital bed in a wheelchair that has a very high back. And the reason why she has a high back is because she has no trunk strength, as they call it. She cannot keep herself upright in a normal wheelchair, so she has to be transported in a special ambulance if she goes to the hospital. She has no core to help keep her upright. That sounds like what this guy's problem was. He had no trunk strength, so the violent movements he experienced were due to his infirmity, says Kurt. Thank you, Kurt, for the email.
I read up. It did say that one of the theme park blogs said that the change in policy was that a person who is wheelchair bound or using some sort of mobility assist that wants to ride this ride, or I think any of the rides, I think they changed it like across all the parks, has to be able to walk on their own.
Yeah, right. They have to be able to make their way now because of this guy in this lawsuit against the theme park where he died on the roller coaster. They have to be able to physically get on the ride, which makes sense. It just kind of sucks for other people in that situation. Regardless, your thoughts on that or anything else going on in the world are welcome. And we hope to hear from you. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com or record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. What other little tidbit for you two? Sabrina and Celine, I just want you to know.
All right.
Speaking of theme parks, they have announced a new theme park that is going to be opening up here in town.
Oh, get ready, Sabrina.
Take a look. Here's the logo. That's right. What? Yes. Yeah. Sloth World is opening up. And the best part about this, please let this be true. Sloth World is coming to Orlando, a 7,500 square foot facility that will not have any barriers between the guests and the sloths.
What could go wrong?
Sloth contact, baby. No barriers.
Where do you get an annual pass?
I don't know. I only have this tiny tidbit here. Let's see what else they say. It's going to be opening up in February of next year. Sloth World.
Can you touch the sloths?
Over 40 sloths live and climb on their natural trees. There's no cages, no nothing. The sloths are just living in this room. I'm looking at it now. And they're hanging all over the place. And you just walk right up underneath them and hang out in their environment and chill with the sloths. It sounds like a good time to me. That is coming soon to Central Florida for sure. So, guys, it's on iDrive.
That's exciting.
Tickets can be purchased for $49. My goodness, full contact sloth action. Bless everybody for it. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we have a bunch to get into, including that coach, the update on his story, some other stuff in the NFL world that's been popping off out there, and your feedback over at the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. All of that and more is coming up next on The News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Expect to get caught up in some slowdowns on I-4 through the city between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. There's also a couple accidents that'll be slowing you down here on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27. The right lane's blocked. The right lane's blocked on the Beach Line eastbound before Innovation Way. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Sounds kind of like the starting bell to Grandma's house. Or maybe snowbirding. Just remember to stop by before you go. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Oil changes in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Ladies, I'm talking to you. You got a man in your life that you're looking to make feel special this holiday season. Want to give him that holiday glow up? You give him the gift of premium grooming and hammer and nails. 4 locations waiting for you in Central Florida, and they've got the perfect stocking stuffer. $100 in gift cards will get you an extra $20 for free. You buy 100, you get 20 free. Whether you're shopping for someone special or treating yourself, look no further than the ultimate men's grooming experience. Haircuts, beard care, facials, manicures, pedicures, all in a relaxed lounge environment designed for men. So check them out online. Visit hammerandnailsgrooming.com and make this holiday unforgettable.
Do you hear what I hear? That's the sound.
Hello. Folks, real quick. Some news for you. C-Lane is almost done with the trailer, which came out fantastic for the roast event. I am about 2/3, maybe 3/4 away through my first edit of the actual roast itself. And then on Saturday, I'm going to go back through and give it another run. And then the final polish on Sunday. The roast will be available for you on Monday on the website. You can buy it. You could buy audio only. You could buy the video. It's in full HD. If you are an annual Secret Show subscriber, you will get access. You will automatically get access to all of the content like this. But maybe a good time to be a Secret Show subscriber. If you're an annual subscriber, you'll get access. If you buy it, you own it forever. If you have a promo code from the events or from buying the shirts, you'll see a button that says apply promo code, and it will unlock it for you for free because of the promo code. It's all going to be on there. You can watch it on your TV. You can cast it to your television. Gorgeous, baby. MFQ says an edit, give it to us raw, baby. Trust me, there was editing that needed to be done. Trust me on that. But when you see the roast video on the website, when it's up on Monday, you'll see bonus features, bonus content below the roast, and it'll say director's cut, and it's start to finish. Everybody's full performance. So if you want to go deeper, you can. I thought C-Lane did his final polish yesterday. Nice. Nice. Sean, Amy K, and the News 35 people reported the sloth experience will be no touching or petting, only a viewing experience. Try to stop me, sloth people. Try. I'm getting a sloth piggyback. I'm putting the sloth on my back. I'm walking around like a sloth backpack situation. One minute, we're coming back live. Friday rolls on, hour 2 of the show. It's time to pick it up. It's time to pick it up, baby. Stand by.
List too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world.
We're going to hear it together in just a moment. Plus, we'll go to the apology. That is on the way in just moments here on the show. Learn more about everything. Get the podcast links over on thenewsjunkie.com. I find that these days there's so many football players that when I hear their name, I'm like, I have no idea who that guy is.
What do you mean, Sean?
I've never
Come on.
heard that person's name before. Bijan Robinson. Anybody familiar with Bijan?
All day.
Robinson.
I know the name.
Who's he play for then?
Said I know the name.
Bijan Robinson, obviously, is a Saints.
No,
when it
an
comes
Atlanta
to being on the
Falcons.
field.
Yeah, an Atlanta Falcons running back, Bijan Robinson, Sabrina, is the person who's at the center of all of this. And he was on the coverage for a game this weekend. It was I think it was the Amazon game. And in the back and forth, he dropped a bomb that he got some heat for. And I'll play this for you first. And then we'll get to his apology, and we'll rate his apology, which is always fun. So here's the back and forth that led to all of this.
Sean, they threw it to you in the backfield. You made the first one miss, dead leg 3 people. And then I said, oh, this boy threw up in the backyard. Hey, Spielberg queer. That's what we do.
He said, he's talking about like he was trying to get away from people, tackling people, these kind of things. And then he goes, that's what we do. We're from the backyard. And the one guy goes, smear the queer. That's what we used to do, smear the queer, and it's fun to watch the other people's reactions slowly on the panel.
And then I said, oh, this boy threw up in the backyard. Hey, Spielberg queer. That's what we do.
Kirk, what is it about?
Yeah, so like there's an immediate laughter from a bunch of them, and I think some of them were like, I don't know, should he have said smear the queer?
What did that entail as far as smear goes?
Somebody getting tackled in this case.
If you thought they were gay?
I didn't know that.
Well, I don't think it was a gay thing. I think it was like it was like not capture.
You mean the
the
game
flag.
itself?
Yeah,
the tackle game.
I never
or whatever?
played it.
Well, I guess some people are calling it kill the carrier these days, but it's just not catching on.
That's a good one.
I didn't know it was still around, honestly. But yeah, he said smear the queer, talking about the kids like tackle football game kind of thing. It's like a game of tag, basically. And he said this afterwards. Hi, everybody. I want to apologize for the insensitive comment I made during the broadcast. It was a football game we used to play as a kid, but that's not an excuse, says Bijan. I recognize the mistake, and I'll make sure to do better in the future. It was not reflective of my beliefs, and I'm so sorry to those I offended. Seriously, he said. 9.3 million views on the apology.
Is he declining to apologize to the people he only offended mildly?
No. Yes, it seems so. He says he's so sorry to those he offended seriously. If you are in the slightly or mostly offended and not the seriously offended category, he's not really that apologetic, it would seem. But he said this during the live broadcast. I wasn't even sure that was a thing anymore, or that people were talking about.
No, I think
that.
they've probably worked that out of the school system. I don't remember playing anything called Smear the Queer when I was a kid, but we had those field games that were, I think, similar. I think we just didn't call it that.
Well, we had Manhunt. Manhunt was a big one that we had. And I think that was kind of similar, right?
We had the same one, but we replaced the H with the C.
Mm.
Right, yes.
Thank you so much. I don't know.
Okay.
Smear the Queer. I'm just trying to go along with that theme there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Should have gone with tag the...
Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. We'd love to hear from you. We got some of these dispatches coming in, so let's pop one of these up for now. Here's Concrete Mike. God, this can't be true, Concrete Mike. He's talking about the house that exploded, the video of the house exploding, and here's his experience.
Happy day, News Junkie crew. So that house explosion was wild. I have been through 3 house fires in my life. 2 were a total loss.
Jesus.
And 2 of them I don't remember. I was a small child, but the one I was a teenager, and the only thing I owned after that fire was the pair of shorts I ran out of the house in at 2:30 in the morning after the car slammed into our gas lines. Sat across the street, watched the house burn for 2.5 hours. Till all the gas burned out of the lines. But, man, I couldn't imagine your whole house exploding. That's ridiculous.
Buddy, what are the odds of having 3 house fires in your life?
And you can't imagine a house exploding?
You can more than anybody. 2 were a total loss? Jesus, man.
Does Concrete Mike have a hard time finding roommates?
Yeah, and you might want to look into your parents, too, if that was when you were growing up. Like, was one of your parents maybe really eager to collect insurance money? What the hell was happening there? Let's go over to, this is the Brown Pony, who wants to talk to you about your vasectomy, Sealand. I don't know why there's so much vasectomy talk. People are really interested in talking to you about this. You know what? I am not going to play this. I'm going to skip that. You can go look at it on your own time if you'd like, but I've just noticed in the transcript there's a couple of things that we should probably not really get into, I think.
All right.
Here's one more for now. This is, okay. Here's Shelby with a dispatch for us.
Hey, junkies. Happy day.
Hey.
So to preface, I imagine everything in my head in cartoon form. So I'm a podcast listener, Sean. I don't know what you were talking about, but yesterday you had called somebody a potato brain like you always do.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you call somebody a potato brain, my cartoon brain thinks of a different type of potato. Sometimes it's a whole potato. Sometimes they're mashed potatoes.
That's fine.
Sometimes you have a twice baked potato brain. Sometimes it's a sweet potato. It cracks me up every time, and I thank you for that.
I think all of them work on some level. It's just to let you know that there's people out there whose brains are a lot softer than yours.
It's weird that potato has become this euphemism for, or just derogative, like, You say, like, oh, you see a picture that has terrible quality, you're like, you took that on a potato phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is the potatoes getting such a bad rap?
Potatoes are hardest hit right now. They are absolutely taking some shots here. I'm not sure why, but it gets the job done, I think. We'll get to more of your comments in just a moment. Send those in over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you, Shelby, for doing that. I want to tell you now about a solution that a husband and wife came up with that made it into an article in Business Insider this week. But first, we have to start at a different place. Which type of person are you? Are you show up early to the airport person, or show up at the last possible moment that I can at the airport person? Which one of those two?
Depends. Do I have access to the lounge? Then I'll be early. For the most part, I have pre-TSA, so I am a good 30 minutes before. No
30
problem.
minutes before. That's cutting it close. 30 minutes before boarding time, obviously. Yeah, I mean, because otherwise you'd be really cutting it close. So you're showing up later. C-Lane's showing up earlier.
Yeah.
I love to be at the airport early because I don't like flying. So the earlier I'm there, the more I can chill out, have a couple of drinks, relax, not stress about anything. I love it. But this story talks about a couple, and they were about to divorce because things were so bad between the two of them over one issue. And here's the story. It says, my husband and I have always fought about when to leave for the airport, so we created a rule that solved everything. This might work for some of you. It says, for 9 years we've been a couple. My husband and I, we've taken countless flights together.
We visited family in the Carolinas, Tennessee, Montana, and Maryland. We've wandered around the Duomo in Florence. We've enjoyed tacos and tequila in Mexico City, et cetera, et cetera. Now that we live in London,
braggadocious to the start, but just trying to get those word count in.
Now that we live in London, travel is ramped up. We're in our late 20s and early 30s, and wedding season has us flying to the U.S. on a near monthly basis. Unfortunately, we get in a fight almost every single time we go to leave for the airport. As a chronically early person, I hate rushing, and I get intense anxiety about cutting things too close. I'd rather sit in an airport for an extra hour than make a sweaty sprint through the terminal to catch a flight. That's me. I'd rather do what you're saying. My husband, on the other hand, doesn't like to waste time, and with his demanding, meeting-filled job, he rarely has a moment to spare. Because of this, in the hours before a flight, I'd be huffing and puffing around our apartment with bags packed, and he'd get frustrated I was rushing him. He wanted to wait. He's only ever missed one flight in his life. So they said they decided, because this was such an issue between the two of them, that one of them leaves early and gets to the airport and waits a couple hours early, and the other one arrives at the last minute, and they just do their own thing with their arrival at the airport, and they said it's worked perfectly. We have no issues any longer. We just meet at the gate once we're there.
Did she say that he's missed one flight or no flights?
Only one flight in his whole life, so he's like, I'm not worried. He goes, I want to go in at the last minute. If you're so worried about getting there beforehand, you go 3 hours early. And you get there and you enjoy yourself, and I'll see you at the gate. And now they do their own thing on the day of the flight. Although I do feel like if I'm the person who's there early, I still am going to think that my partner who I'm waiting to fly with is late. I'm still going to be like, oh, are you going to make it? I'm still going to have like a little anxiety.
Well, there should be a stipulation in the rule that says, listen, if you don't make it on time, I am still getting on the plane. I'm still going to go to X destination. Maybe you can get another flight and meet me there
on your own dime.
But I am still getting on this flight and still going to do whatever,
How would that go with
taste tequila in Mexico City and stuff.
Both of your partners, if you say
Not
that,
good.
but how would that go with your actual real life
Not
partners?
good. It would be weird, number one. And number two, it's still more expensive because you're either driving two cars or getting two ride shares.
Yeah.
You're like, unless you.
Oh, wait. I thought you were asking how would it go if one of us got on the plane and the other didn't.
Oh, if I left and she wasn't at the airport, that would go.
After giving that sentence he said, was like, well, I'm gonna head out.
I think I'd get one of those, I wasn't really being serious. I think I'd get one of those things where it's like, you can't leave without me.
Yeah, but you think like monetarily, you just said it's going to be 2 Ubers or 2 taxis, 2 whatever. But if one person doesn't, if one person goes, well, my partner's not here, I'm not getting on this plane. Now you have 2 more tickets to book.
Yeah.
So
and plus, you imagine how boiling mad you would be if after all of this you go separately and then the person does miss the flight.
Yeah.
It's going to be divorce city. People are saying this is how people get divorced, says Dan over on YouTube. A lot of relationships are busted up by issues like this. Is the solution everybody doing their own thing? Or does somebody have to cave? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we come back, we're getting geared up for the next episode momentarily on the show. We also have This Week in Florida. It's a Friday, baby, and the show rolls on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. He thinks golf is working out.
I never said that.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
You may get caught up in some slowdowns on your ride this afternoon on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's congestion through the city. There's also a couple of accidents that might be slowing you down here on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27 crashes off to the shoulder. Traffic's backed up from Hancock Road eastbound on the beach line before Innovation Way. The right lane's getting affected. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Volusia Emergency. HCA Florida West Volusia Emergency in DeLand is now open. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Satch Vai Band, featuring Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, surfing with the Hydra 2026 tour, April 26th. Hard Rock Live, Orlando. Special guest, Animals as leaders. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, half my outlets stopped working.
I got a new bread maker. Have you tried Focaccia?
My outlets don't work.
Oh, no toasties for you.
I should have called Frank Gay.
I bet they don't have a bread maker.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your power goes out, don't settle for half-baked electrical service. Call the pros who fix it fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
Hello. We're back in just a couple of minutes on the show. Friday is rolling along. How are you out there? You doing good? Creamy, you good? Creamy's good for now. Creamy the cameraman is good. Hello, Concrete Toad. Hey, how are you? Hope you're good. Folks, if you're over on Twitch, if you subscribe, you can use an Amazon Prime if you like. I don't care. You will be able to avoid all the commercials that go down on the Twitch side of things. Great way to skip those commercials and keep on the action over on Twitch. YouTube, hit subscribe, please. Or just hit the like button. It's the very least you can do. Thank you. Tomahawk says, love Fritz. Oh, who doesn't love Fritz? Fritz is the best. We miss Fritz? Yeah, me too. You never know. You never know what 2026 has in store for us. Right, Creamy? You never know. Thank you, Scott. Hey, Neil. Hey, Wayne. Flats Fisherman. R. Willie. E. Fresh Rocks. Kevin. Jason. Zephys. Hey, everybody. Couldn't be more excited that we're almost into the weekend. The greatest moment for me will be when the roast goes live and everything is working perfectly. Knocking on wood. When the roast goes live and everything's working perfectly, when all of the major work for 2025 is done, and we can just cruise through next week. Easy peasy. That will be a great moment for me. I'm excited. And we're going to do our yearly award show next week, one of the days. Not sure if Thursday or Friday, but definitely going to do that. Creamy agrees to everything. He's just an agreeable dude. I mean, this guy's just been doing his job, running the camera for a couple hours now. He just looks like, he's smiling. He's just having a good time. Where's that? He's just having a good time. Me too, Jeannie. 1 minute. What's the attire for the awards show? Come as you are. On Thursday or Friday, we'll do our award show for all the biggest, most viral moments and memes and everything of 2025. Sean, are you still running? Yes. Yes. I have to be honest with you, though. In the last 2 days, I have not been running because I do not like running, it turns out, when it's cold outside. I want the sun. I want some warmth. I don't like it when it's cold. All right, here we go.
Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com. Use the code FRESH for 15% off your first order. Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time.
Open the app and search Holiday and find Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station. Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Stories of the day. That's the show. You're in the middle of it. We get into all the drama, everything viral every single day here on the show. If you miss any, go to thenewsjunkie.com for more. Sabrina, the time is ticking here. Time is a ticking for you. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Oh. Dick Van Dyke is like right there.
Oh, that's right.
We had a bet over whether Dick Van Dyke will make it to 100 years old. I said, I don't know. He's still kind of like singing and dancing out there. He seems like he might make it to 100.
It's very true.
And we made a bet on this. And I think it's very, very soon. I don't know if it's today. I don't think it's today.
Tomorrow.
I think it's. Is it tomorrow?
It is.
If he makes
I
it to
don't
tomorrow.
hope that he dies, but
No,
just saying,
of course.
as tradition holds, Betty
Well,
White.
Yeah, you pointed out that Betty White did she not make it to the next year? Did she not make it to
It was
the
like the
100th
day before
birthday?
her 100th birthday. I
No,
thought.
she didn't make it to the next year, and a couple days later would have been her 100th birthday, but it was still close enough that they were printing like magazines like Betty White at 100.
I mean, the man, he said it. Wouldn't it be so funny if I didn't make it to 100?
He's right there. He's so close. He's 100. But I guess you could be tricked by some of this stuff because I watch and I see him singing. I see Dick Van Dyke, kicking his legs out. And
You see the strings that are holding him up?
I don't, but I'm not looking real close, so I don't know if they're there or not. He's getting ready to turn 100 years old, and he's been making the round out there. And he said he feels like he's so lucky, but will he make it to the finish line? This man has merely hours to get to 100. We'll see how it goes for us, and keep an eye on that, obviously. One of my favorite little tidbits of the day I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to tell you a name, and you tell me if you know who this person is. Do you know the name James O'Keefe?
Country singer?
No, it sounds like a country singer, but it's not. No.
Georgia O'Keeffe's cousin?
No. Not as far as I know. James
It's
O'Keefe.
something we talked about recently, right?
He's a guy who does like undercover stings, and it's like kind of conservative political stuff that he does. He's trying to expose people, and from a conservative slant, he goes undercover and then exposes them and releases the video. The famous one he did was, I think he dressed up as a pimp and went into Planned Parenthood trying to get advice on abortions or something. And that went viral years and years ago. And then he started getting bankrolled by some bigger people on the right with money because they wanted that kind of content to keep going. And so he's been out there ever since. And he does these things where he gets in with maybe like some person who works at Google and reveals that they have a left-wing bias or whatever. But he released this new video where he does a sting. And I've told you, and I stand by this, people are done. They're already done with 2025. Everybody's phoning it in. We've had the polling people with their questions getting just embarrassingly bad. And now we have even James O'Keefe, who is in the middle of this sting. And here's his big reveal. All right, you see him, he's at a table with the guy. This is the Mark here that doesn't know he's in the middle of a sting. And this is James O'Keefe right here.
That's the guy that dressed up like a pimp?
No. Yeah, this guy here is the guy who dressed up as a pimp years and years and years ago and went into Planned
Parenthood.
Like
Kramer?
He's getting old now. He's getting up there. But this is his disguise. So you know that people are done with 2025. He's only wearing clear glasses. That's all this guy has on. That's part of his disguise. But he still reveals himself to this gentleman. Here he goes.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is that I actually am James O'Keefe. Are you? Yeah. No, you're not.
All he had on was clear glasses.
No, you're not. Put those back on.
He didn't have like a wig and like a crazy costume, or he looks at the guy with his clear glasses on and goes, "The thing is," and takes the clear glasses off. "I'm James O'Keefe." Wow. Oh, wow. This is not the reveal that you get with, say, a Chris Hansen coming out during To Catch a Predator and sitting down.
No,
it's more.
But this is basically like the idea that they spoofed on, like, She's All That, where they're like, "We're going to make you pretty," and then they just pull off her ponytail.
Shake
and they're
the
like,
hair.
"You're
right?
so hot now." He goes, "Well, actually, I am James O'Keefe."
Yeah, like,
I know you couldn't tell before, and it looked like the guy was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Do you think you're Clark Kent or something? The glasses truly hide it all.
Yeah.
Glasses off.
Well, the thing is that I actually am James O'Keefe.
The guy still doesn't know.
Are you? Yeah. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not James O'Keefe.
Really quick.
I am.
The way that he said, "I actually am James O'Keefe," was in such a way that it sounds like they had talked about the name James O'Keefe before. I wonder if the guy was like, "Well, you look a lot like James O'Keefe."
It's just some regular ass dude, I think, that he's doing this sting with. The grand reveal.
What's the sting? What was the dude doing?
That's a good question. Let me see, because I've seen this part so often, over and over and over again here. But he was like hanging out with this guy and recording it, and does the reveal. And this is a big exposure. Everything is just about his clear glasses being taken off. There's nothing about the actual sting that was going on. The guy is from, it says here, the guy is from, his name is Jonathan Franklin, a professor from Georgetown University. So for some reason, he's the guy who's doing some sort of sting on. And then when he reveals things, he just takes off the clear glasses for the grand reveal that Jonathan still really didn't believe in that moment. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. I want to get over to some of these details from the University of Michigan and the coach there. That'll probably be after the next episode, and we'll get further into that and see what's going on. Right now, here is Handy John, who wants to talk about those Waymos, the Waymo in particular at the beginning of the show, where the guy was hiding out in the back.
What's up, guys? So my wife and I recently got back from Scottsdale, Arizona, where we were taking a quick trip, so we didn't bother renting a car. We figured we'd Uber everywhere. Well, about 75% of the time that we ordered an Uber, Waymo was there. So, yeah, we took that a lot, and it's cool because you don't have to tip the driver or anything, but there is a selection that you make on the app to open the trunk. It doesn't just automatically open the trunk. You have to select it on the app. So we never used it. There could have been bodies in all the Waymos we took. I don't know. But
I hope not.
Until we went to the airport, we didn't need to use it. So, yeah, my wife saw it on there, and she opened up the back trunk, and we put our suitcases in there and headed out of town. But, yeah, and Sabby C Lane, it was great to see you guys at the bike drive the other day.
Nice
Next
catching
year,
up
I'm
with you,
bringing
Handy
more
John.
tools, more manpower, and more bandages.
Oh,
all right. We're going to pop up.
Handy John, on account of the handy part, was there putting bikes together.
Oh my God, him and I, he's like, I only got a couple of, minutes. Let's try to knock out. We knocked out 3 bikes together. But then there was one moment where we're like, someone's bleeding here, and it's not either of us. Can we figure this out?
There was just blood randomly?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I feel kind of bad because I read the email yesterday that Jack sent out, like the kind of recap of all the stuff going on. You guys, talk about this?
I wasn't gonna. No, we didn't mention it. I wasn't gonna call you out. I'm surprised you didn't reply all.
Jack was thanking everybody who contributed, and thanking the people who stuck around, and said thanks to Sabrina and C-Lane for hanging out after the show and putting together bikes. And I was like, I did not put together
He was just using it as a way to take a shot at me. It was like, thanks to Sabrina and C-Lane for sticking around after the bike drive. Anybody else missing who wasn't there immediately afterwards and didn't piece together the bikes?
I read it and I was like, I felt kind of bad. But also, it was like I was in the waiting room and the drugs were kicking in. So I was like, ooh, I didn't do that.
I would have been a little used to the people putting those bikes together. I had served my purpose.
Like these, I think we do a scooter drive next year.
Mm-hmm.
2 wheels.
Lighter, a little easier to assemble.
Like a scooter.
Well, James O'Keefe, he in this video, somebody says you got to keep going because the dude trips when he runs away. When he like exposes this guy. Was this like a Scooby-Doo situation? I didn't see the rest of it.
Well, well, the thing is that I actually am James O'Keefe.
Really? I mean, the other thing is, I wonder if your coffee cup has a camera in it, sir, when you stack it on top of the napkin dispenser. Like, how did you get this guy who's the worst mark ever, who didn't realize that this was a sting the whole time?
I am James O'Keefe.
Are you?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not James O'Keefe.
Are you not?
Sees the camera.
Really?
Yes.
The professor's getting up.
You don't know that...
He's leaving. Oh, he's running now. Oh, did the video freeze? Oh, hang on. I think it's the actual video itself. Yeah. So he's running and then it freezes a little. Did he fall? Oh, he did. Oh, he fell on the sidewalk outside. The guy tumbled.
This whole situation is so weird.
Like yakety
I didn't even notice that coffee cup thing. That's hilarious.
It's like the worst expose, the worst hiding in plain sight, the weirdest person to do a sting on because the guy seemed like he was like really not at the center of something very explosive as far as I could tell. But there you are. Yeah, it did end with him falling on the ground. Thank you for the information there in chat. All right, let's see what we got. We can work maybe one more comment in here on the show. This is Skippa saying to tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Sean, simple question. So for secret shows, I buy the audio and video month to month because it's the most expensive way to do it. Why are you doing that to yourself? It would be cheaper for me to get it annually, but I love it so much I pay the most I can. My question is, would I have to pay for the roast separately because I don't have the actual annual subscription? Hope not. Thanks for the info. Yeah, just upgrade to annual. Don't worry about like, hey, I'm trying to give more or whatever. Just upgrade to annual so you'll have access to the additional stuff there. But everybody will have access to the roast video, including those of you, by the way, when this goes live on Monday, who went to the event and got the promo codes on the cards or purchased the shirts that were, I think, last week that we popped up, the remainder of the shirts. You also got a card with a promo code. So if that was for you yourself and not a gift or something, you will be able to on Monday go over to the website. There's a little button that says apply promo code, and you'll be able to click that and get in. It's not up there now. It's not finished. C-Lane was working on the trailer, which looks fantastic. He did a great job on that. That's going to go up. The whole thing's going to go up. And then the director's cut will be there for anybody who wants to see the fully uncut, completely raw event from the roast. So all of those are on the way momentarily, Skippa. Thank you for the email and the support. It's much appreciated. There is a situation before we get into what's coming up on the next episode that played out at a middle school in the state of Florida. The middle school had to go on lockdown. Sorry if this is straight from the pages of This Week in Florida, right before your segment. But the middle school had to go into lockdown after an automated weapons detection system. We've talked about these a little bit. Like the security cameras are all set up. If they spot somebody carrying a gun, it alerts the whole school. And one of them went off. And the AI said, we've got a student with a gun here. Code red, and the full lockdown, all that stuff. They eventually cleared the school and said there were not any dangerous moments for any of these people. Here's what the principal says. A student was walking in the hallway and they were holding their clarinet, and it falsely believed that their clarinet was a weapon. and that triggered code red in their software. They said, while there was no threat to campus, I'd like to ask you to speak with your student about the dangers of pretending to have a weapon on school campus.
Was the person holding the clarinet in such a way that they were making it look like they were shooting everybody?
Is there a way to do that?
I mean, if you do, though, all you have to do is take 2 more seconds to look and see that they're holding a clarinet.
If Sabrina comes into the studio right now and she's like, freeze, are either of us, C-Lane, going to be convinced that she has a gun when she's holding a clarinet in her hand? I don't think.
Oh my gosh, Sabrina's got a gun! Whoa!
Put it down!
Hey,
put it down!
It's a microphone, guys. It's
Oh
a microphone.
God! Oh, thank God! I was worried for a
Safety
second.
Safety
zone. I don't believe I would be tripped up by this, but hey, be safe out there at the school. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? A new documentary explores the science behind the songs adults absolutely hate and the ones their children obsess over. Everyone's getting into their year-end roundup list, so let's kick it off with Grindr, baby. Plus, my funeral plans have a new addendum thanks to a story from Leslie Nielsen's niece. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's the Orlando Shine Show with Brendan and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida.
The next episode coming up in just a couple of minutes, everybody.
Average high of 75. As we head into this weekend, temperatures will be warming up in a big way with highs closer to the mid.
The University of New Orleans has just been evacuated because there's some sort of threat at the University of New Orleans right now. Not sure if clarinets, but we shall see. The next episode then this week in Florida.
Its services are billed at hospital rates.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando at Mayo Clinic in Florida.
3 minutes and we're back live.
Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never.
Mike says about the Waymo, I'm a tech with them. We are in Orlando. Really? So Waymos are wandering around the city of Orlando then. How many, Mike? Do you know how many you have in the area? I imagine that's a very infrequent issue that we talked about. If you missed the beginning of the show, you can scrub back on YouTube, Twitch, best of luck. But the show started off with a clip of a woman who went to get in a Waymo, and there was a man hiding in the trunk. I don't know what his plans were, but it looked nefarious. It looked a little nefarious. My shop is in downtown, says Shallows, and I see Waymos. Are the Waymos giving rides to customers or just prepping? Everyone I see had a guy behind the wheel. That might be like some process they have. I'm sure the Mike guy could clarify. But I would guess when they launch in a city, they like soft launch with somebody sitting in the driver's seat in case something goes wrong. And then once they test it out enough, they start to probably release the Waymos with no drivers. Prepping? Yeah, that's what I imagine. Was there any update of why that guy was in the trunk? He said that the people put him there. He said that the people put him in there, and that's all we know. Teleported? Question mark? One minute. We're coming back for the next episode. Buckle up, folks. You too, Creamy. Let's do this thing. He was probably running from ICE. He did not make that claim. But he looked a tad bit Mexican. So, you never know.
LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and we sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindster.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the new.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Thanks for joining us. It's the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. And there you are with us. Just 1 week left. One full week of the show after today's show. And then that's a wrap for 2025. Couldn't be more excited about that. But we're right here at the finish line. Thank you all for hanging out with us for the year and spending time with us. And we hope for a huge year on this show in 2026. But right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, don't glad everybody okay.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you are looking to refinance, buy your first dream home, maybe just 2026 means you are comparing that quote you got, making sure you're getting the best deal, maybe getting some cash out for whatever you want. Just work with someone who's got your back, best interest in mind, an expert and a friend. And that, my friends, is That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
68 years ago, 1957, this guy right here.
Elvis.
No.
Oh, no.
Jerry Lee
Great
Lewis.
Moses, yes.
Yeah. And it was on this day in 1957 that he married his
cousin.
13-year-old cousin, to be exact, Mira Gail Brown, right before his divorce was finalized from his second wife. The scandal...
I was about to say second cousin.
No. Was this his first cousin, though? We do not know. The scandal nearly ended his career. Nearly ended his career after a reporter in London found out about her age. Didn't even care about the cousin stuff. The moral outrage killed his UK tour, pushed his songs off the radio. Jerry and Mira were together 13 years until she reached the ripe old age of 26.
I like how they say the moral outrage as if it was like over nothing. Like people were so upset about this.
We've never heard of it. What do we do now?
My God.
This might bring on some more moral outrage, but it is the end of the year, and that means everyone's doing their big lists. And I'm sure I'm going to have plenty more on our last week, but let's just kick it off. I present to you 2025 according to Grindr. The deliciously gay hookup app, which I did not know had a roundup list, but away we go. The highest percentage of twinks in all of the world. Congratulations to Switzerland.
All right, now I have a vague idea, but
that's at first of the list, but go ahead.
Well, what makes a twink? It's just somebody that's really small, looks young.
It's a tall, skinny. I feel
it's
like there's a way.
usually like a thin, frail gay. I think that's how I've always heard it used, but I may be wrong.
I mean, maybe there's different definitions. The gay man who listened to the show, by all means, give us the exact definition. Or maybe it depends. Maybe Switzerland has a different definition, but they have the highest percentage of twinks. The most bears, Ireland. Congratulations to Ireland.
Interesting. All right.
The best beef of the year is Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Gotta be honest, don't remember that they beefed this year. Maybe it was in January. Gayest fashion trend.
Why does that come up in Grindr?
I don't know. Oh, because the gays love Nicki and Cardi. Gayest fashion trend, slutty little glasses. We have the bulge of the year. Congratulations to Bad Bunny. He showed his bulge quite a bit. Movie of the year, K-pop Demon Hunters. Hottest man of the year, Jonathan Bailey, also known as Flyro.
Wait,
Wicked?
Wasn't he also People's guy?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
People's guy.
Sexiest man of the year.
Yeah.
You are correct. Gay Dictionary, the phrase on everyone's lips, Delulu, which I thought was the word from 2024. It's all right, Grindr, where I'm still going to read your list. Song of the year, Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Album of the year, Mayhem, Lady Gaga. And Mother of the Year, you guessed it, Lady Gaga. Congratulations. Daddy of the Year, Pedro Pascal. And Mother in Training, Sabrina Carpenter. Speaking of mothers, Hilary Swank has apologized to one mom after snapping at her at an airport for seemingly taking a picture of her without her permission. How dare you? But this is not just any old mom. Jada Bafous was taking her not one, just two terminally ill sons through the airport on their Make-A-Wish trip.
Ooh, God. Wait, they were both her sons?
Yeah, Mason 7, Jack 4, trip to Disneyland.
Why does she have two terminally ill kids?
I don't know.
Like an anti-lottery. Jesus, man.
Yeah, it was during the Make-A-Wish trip at baggage claim. She was walking next to Hilary Swank, and I did a double take on her because it's Hilary Swank, and I'm a fan. She said she took out her phone because I got distracted trying to find my Make-A-Wish kids and my husband. Just throw that in there to a Daily Mail interview. I just looked and, I was trying to call my husband. I wasn't taking a picture. Hilary Swank thought otherwise. You got what you needed, she said, as someone else took a video. Get what you came for. Enjoy that picture, she yelled to the Make-A-Wish lady who
not
was taking
hot, Hilary Swank. That's very not hot of you.
She stormed off a little bit, and it just hurt my feelings because I was starting my son's Make-A-Wish trip. So maybe just one kid's terminally ill, but both kids got to go. We just don't know what others are going through, and I was just a stressed mom trying to navigate LAX, said Hilary Swank. She did apologize and reached out and is hoping that explanation is enough for her dying son, who has now completed his last trip to Disneyland. Now we go back in time a little bit. Jack Nicholson. I don't know why this is coming out now, but boy, did I LOL when I saw the headline. He had a female stalker back in the day. Am I right, guys? Famous. It happens. And in the early 80s, he handled it in a very particular way. Now, Ben Dreyfuss, the son of Jaws star Richard Dreyfuss, and a woman named Jermaine Rain. Jermaine dated Jack Nicholson in the early 1980s. Everyone caught up?
Uh-huh.
Ben told a crazy story that happened when they were together. Now, he started getting disturbing phone calls from a woman. They weirded him out so much, he told everyone in the house, just ignore her. And then one day, Jermaine was at Jack's house when the woman showed up, knocked on his door, and all of a sudden, she ended up in the living room of the entire house. So Jack Nicholson said, Jermaine, go call for help. Get to the other room where the landline is. Call 911. When they came back to the room.
How did she get in? You said she knocked on the door and then she was all of a sudden in the living room?
Maybe they left it unlocked. Either way, it was in the living room. He calls 911, comes back to tell Jack police are on the way. Jack Nicholson is receiving oral from his stalker.
Oh,
okay.
Yep. He lost it. Obviously, he screamed, "What are you doing? What is wrong with you?" Jack's response was, and I quote, "She offered me oral sex. I wasn't going to say no." Needless to say, his mom broke up with him, and we hear the story now. That's one way to handle it, right? Another way to handle bot attacks as we come back to 2025, much like this gal right here.
Taylor Swift.
A new study has revealed that Taylor Swift was the victim of coordinated bot attacks. Been there, done that, right? What was the last?
Wasn't that how
big
everybody
one we
bought
done?
up all her tickets?
But that wasn't an attack. It was more just people trying to scam.
Like a misinformation campaign kind of thing.
Oh.
Big time. They tried to paint Taylor Swift as a Nazi. Did it work? You tell me. The bot creators generated the attacks to encourage outrage among real people online, spreading the false narrative even further. Came shortly after Taylor Swift released the latest album, The Life of a Showgirl, or Nazi, in October. Study conducted by the behavioral intelligence platform Gudea, Gudea, examined more than 24,000 social media posts, 18,000 accounts across 14 platforms between the day of her album's release, October 4th, and October 18th. And boom, bots try to make her a Nazi.
If you think Taylor Swift is a secret Nazi, it's
people are seeing Nazis everywhere, Celine. So it's not
Okay,
super
but who
surprising.
is would she be the very last person you think is a secret Nazi?
I mean,
Or is she a little bit more up on the list?
I don't find her to be suspicious in the slightest.
Is there anybody who you might think is a Nazi, no bots attached?
I don't see as many as a lot of other people seem to see out there. I think it's
Who are the
pretty
popular
rare.
ones?
Yeah, I don't.
That might be a Nazi.
Not going to meetings or anything.
Unfortunately, Taylor Swift is not a Nazi.
Why is that?
Because she's dead.
This was very exciting. I wish that we, and by we, I mean mostly me, because I've been on a year-long purge project at my house. All the random things that I've collected throughout the years, either giving them away, throwing them away.
How's your trunk looking?
Watch your mouth. And it's looking fine. I have shoes, linens, couple pots and pans.
There used to be a lot of random stuff in there.
I have just one more trip to Goodwill, but I wish it would have been at GameStop's Trade Anything Day, because good God, we had a time.
All right.
Did you guys hear about this?
No, I didn't hear anything about it.
Earlier this month, and they had trade-ins. So literally, first ever Trade Anything Day, trade in whatever you desired, and then you get store credit. So customers receive store credit that, depending on what they brought in. Typically, if you brought in an actual game that could be used on a console, then you got solid credits. If you brought in some of the weirder trade-ins, you got a little bit less, but definitely went viral. I sent you what I hope is an order of the weirdest items that we saw at GameStop's Trade Anything Day.
Hang on, I might have the wrong thing up here. Oh,
We
okay, no,
have,
I do. Okay,
does it start with the Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have it. First, congratulations to the Netflix. At one point was $1,000 Wii disc.
That's $10,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. My eyes be deceiving me, as they say. $10,000. Did someone actually pay $10,000 at one point for that?
I sure
Is that
hope
a
not,
joke?
because that seems like a quite bad deal.
And
really.
then, like, right under it is $500 off. We also had the copy of...
the Declaration of Independence?
we
Is that what
had
this is?
also Tiny Jesus. Wait
Who
for it.
folded it like that?
Okay.
Someone had to put it in their pocket.
Oh, the
This is
Zelda shield.
And a sword and a shield from Zelda. A speed limit sign.
Yeah.
All right.
That was all these that I just mentioned. $5 trade card. Minus this one dude, if you can go back real quick.
Somebody brought gas mask and Campbell's soup.
The first one that you skipped over just now, it was someone trying to trade in their Social Security card. They said, we don't
okay.
accept everything.
Yeah, those are too easy to
necessarily.
get these days. I
Cannot
think.
do it. But we had the gas mask. We had the entire DVD collection of Friends.
I think that's VHS.
Is it really?
I mean, maybe even more.
Oh,
old
yeah,
school.
those are thick.
Look at
Or,
that.
or maybe it's season one.
No,
is
it
multiple
says
DVDs.
DVD video. I can see the logo on them.
Yeah, I feel like it would fill the whole box.
Each of these might have multiples in there or something. And there's a plastic spoon. Somebody brought
That
in to
got a
trade in.
$5 credit. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Also, we had a bowling ball, which
Okay.
those still run pretty hot these days. The last two, before you go next, we have a taxidermy goose that's
It's a nice
mid-flight.
Well, it's not really nice, as a matter of fact. It's in rough shape.
It's a little crusty. And that was one Texas GameStop trade, a full taxidermied bobcat.
Beautiful.
Also had dog portraits, a happy heater, a can of whip ass, and non-alcoholic cider for the employees. So let's see if they do this next year. And finally, on the boob tube, before
I didn't see the point, but it sounds fun.
I think so. What do they do with all that crap, though? Is the
I
question.
don't know.
I want to bid a adieu to my old funeral plans because according to Leslie Nielsen's niece, during his funeral, he had a fart machine at the open casket that anyone could press. So if you guys could add that to the addendum, just want to throw that out there. And have a great weekend. Follow your dreams. Watch whatever you want, including Taylor Swift Eras Tour, the final show, going to be on Disney Plus, and the 93rd annual Hollywood Christmas Parade on the CW. Say with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, we will do This Week in Florida. It's happening, folks. Buckle up. Get ready to go. This Week in Florida. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Road Rangers have cleared up that disabled bus on the beach line eastbound before Innovation Way. There's still some slowdowns, but that'll clear up momentarily. It's stop and go still on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27. Cruiser off to the shoulder still. Traffic's backed up from Hancock Road. If I-4 is a part of your commute, you're going to get caught up in some familiar delays still slowing you down here. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Silent night? Not with that garage door. Everdoor's $49 tune-up brings peace at Everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Mortgage rates are heading down, my friends. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range, and if you're one of them, you got to explore the savings for a refinance. You could lower your payments or get cash out. But most importantly, when you're doing that exploration, make sure you're doing it with that mortgage guy, Don. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Every soda next to Mr. Pibb got something to say. The classics reminisce about the glory days. The doctor's giving a dissertation. The prebiotic bubbles giving TED Talks. Then there's Mr. Pibb. Sweet cherry up front, bold fizz on the follow. No pitch, no promises, just bold cherry bringing the flavor. Some sodas talk big. Mr. Pibb backs it up.
Bold kick of cherry. Hey, yo, Mr. Pibb.
The season of wonder meets wild fun at Busch Gardens Christmastown. See holiday lights at thrilling heights on 18 rides and coasters. Enjoy dazzling new shows and holiday flavors. And heartwarming moments with Santa, Rudolph, and friends. Christmas shines brightest with nearly 70 miles of twinkling lights at Tampa Bay's best and longest running holiday event, Busch Gardens Christmastown. Select dates through January 5th. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our holiday sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Hey,
Orlando. Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. Right now, trade values vary by thousands of dollars from one dealer to the next. But at Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships compete to buy your trade. And that competition could put up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value in your pocket. Your trade could be worth more than you think. See for yourself at greenwaykias.com or visit one of our 3 metro area locations today. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinance expires 1/5/26. You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Bad breath is a confidence killer. You can have the best outfit,
Folks, hang tight. Sorry, working on something. Got like 5 things going on.
Zellman's is not just another mint. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules are coated with powerful, delicious mint and filled with parsley seed oil. Clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders. Garlic, onions, coffee, even smoker's breath. All handled. With Zellman's, you get the confidence of fresh, clean breath that lasts for hours. Because your breath should be as fresh as your food. Zellman's is only available online. So go to Zellmans.com. That's ZELMINS.com. And use code RADIO for 15% off your first order. That's ZELMINS.com with code RADIO for 15% off your first order today. Backed by a 100% love it or your money back guarantee.
Featuring Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, Surfing with the Hydra 2026 Tour, April 26th. Hard Rock Live, Orlando. Special guest, Animals as leaders. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Ow! Okay. Sorry, had to send the show logo for some stuff they're working on. This week in Florida coming up in 90 seconds, folks. 90 seconds. Another secret show, uncensored secret show dropping today before 5 p.m. EST, right at 5 p.m. EST. I was going to ask Celine to do something, but I can't dare do that right before his segment of all times. But I want it now! Sorry. You're going to have to wait till 5 p.m. Creamy's camera work is silky smooth. Good. Huh? All right, keep it up, Creamy cameraman. Oh, oh. Good work. Good work. Skull mic might be improved, actually, as a result of this. We let the other guy hang out for way too long after failing and failing and failing. Damn, I keep forgetting about secret shows. I had the awful video game awards to watch. Well, come on, you're not missing anything there. This video games. They need an award show for this? Okay, 30 seconds. There's an arraignment hearing right now for the Michigan football coach, by the way. We'll get into the latest, some really big drama dropping in his world.
Games.
Watch it on Prime Video starting January 8th.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Right side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the new.
Lane's going to take us on a trip and see what the heck is happening in America's strangest, I argue, most interesting states. When people start talking down on Florida, I think Florida is an interesting state. You should be happy to be a Floridian. It's a great place to live. All these naysayers could kiss my ass. But I know that we do have sunshine laws and some other things, and we are in the headlines for not the best of reasons sometimes. And that is why we have a roundup for this. C-Lane, are you ready to do this?
I am ready, Sean.
Here we go. I'll try to remember to fade things out this time and not just leave you with the intro playing over and over and over. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and take a look at some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And, of course, we find ourselves getting deep into Christmas season. The holiday season is among us, and that means Christmas parades are happening all around the state of Florida and around the country. And we have two Christmas parade stories. One is very good news.
Are they calling them Christmas parades, or are they?
This one says Christmas parade.
Out?
No, both of them say Christmas parade.
No,
we bring in Christmas back again.
Mm-hmm.
But they said a man in a bulletproof vest was detained by police in Stuart, Florida, after he appeared to be following. This is weird because they said he appeared to be following a Florida congressman along a Christmas parade route. Well, isn't everybody behind the congressman following him?
Just a randos having bulletproof vests on seems a little concerning.
Oh, he also had a rifle, so they dealt with him quickly. The unidentified man was detained and questioned by officers after exhibiting concerning behavior at the Stuart Parade, according to the Martin County Sheriff's Office. His behavior and appearance prompted an immediate response from police, who quickly moved in and detained him before he could continue any further along the route. Congressman Brian Mast attended the parade, and it was his own personnel that alerted the sheriff's department and Stuart police to the man's alarming behavior. If anybody deserves a Christmas bonus, Mr. Mast, Congressman Mast, your personnel deserve it, because they probably stopped something from happening that would have been not so savory. Now, on the fun end of things, this was also, I believe, in the same parade. Because how many Christmas parades are they having in Stuart?
I don't know. What an eventful parade this is.
It mentions the first story in the second story. It says the 2025 Stuart Christmas Parade, and I sent you links to your Gmail, Sean, if you could pull this one up, was anything but ordinary on Friday, as festivities were interrupted by a security scare and a float that sparked conversation among spectators. I think it's hilarious.
All right.
Let's see if you agree.
You would think these get approval ahead of time, right?
Sometimes
Maybe
yes,
not?
sometimes no.
Is there a point in this video I should go to? It's like 9 minutes.
Oh, I didn't see the video. You know what? Maybe just look up Stuart Christmas float.
Okay, I think.
Because, the incident with Congressman Mast drew headlines. Another moment captured the attention of parade goers for a very different reason. A float sponsored by the Philip DeBerard Family Foundation stood out with a bold jab at Brightline called Grandma Got Run Over by a Brightline.
Yeah, it says it on the side of this, and it's a Brightline. Where it is. Grandma got run over by a Brightline, it says.
I mean,
got him.
Kind of hilarious.
All
I wonder if Brightline could, take action over using that logo. It was designed to resemble a Brightline train car and featured the sign, a twist on the holiday classic, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, for those who weren't putting two and two together. The display sparked mixed reactions, some calling it humorous, others labeling it insensitive, giving the train's history of fatal accidents. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It's
something fun. Tell me what you would do in this situation. I think it's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's nice, but it's like too little too late. Governor Ron DeSantis has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff Saturday in honor of this terror attack that happened at NAS in Pensacola.
All right.
This happened on December 6th of 2019. So 6 years ago.
Anniversary half-mast?
I don't know. It seems like maybe they just never did one in the first place. It
Forgive
doesn't
me,
say.
I don't even know if I remember the attack
Exactly,
itself.
I didn't. But on December 6th in 2019, 3 U.S. Navy sailors were killed and several others injured by the hands of Saudi military trainee Mohammed al-Shamrani. I think I remember a little bit of this. The fatal victims were Airman Mohammed Haitham, Ensign Joshua Caleb Watson, and Airman Apprentice Cameron Walters. And so 6 years later, they're directing the state of Florida and all the government buildings to fly the flags at half staff. I think if I were the family, I'd be like, well, I guess thanks.
Yeah.
What were you waiting for?
We were just coming to peace with it, but all right.
But, I mean, if you see the flags flying at half staff over the weekend, that would be why.
It's so funny. So many people end up dying that whenever the flags are half staff, I'm just like, yep, somebody died. I don't even really.
Is it a holiday or a
question.
death?
Yeah. I never question. I'm just like, yeah, obviously somebody died here recently.
I try to be like, I don't know, respectful. If I would see a police officer with the strap over their badge, which honoring somebody who's killed in the line of duty. And I always want to know who's that for? What's that about? And one time I said that, they said it's because somebody was killed in the line of duty, and I was like,
all right.
Never
forget.
I already knew that part, but former NFL star Antonio Brown is raising some questions right now. As we know, he found himself in some legal trouble, and then he went, peaced out, got out of town, ended up in Dubai, I believe, right? He had an incident involving gunfire outside an amateur boxing match, and he spent nearly 6 months in Dubai, where he traveled after the incident before being extradited by U.S. Marshals. Shortly after he arrived in Miami last month, he pleaded not guilty and was arraigned. He has filed a motion this week to dismiss the second-degree attempted murder charge against him in Miami based on Florida's Stand Your Ground law. The motion was filed Monday, but shared with ESPN by his lawyer on Saturday.
How many months after the...
He spent 6 months in Dubai. Ran to Dubai after the incident, even though he was standing his ground.
Right.
The motion read Brown's use of force on May 16, 2025 was fully justified. Brown reasonably believed that the alleged victim intended to cause him serious harm. Richard L. Cooper, attorney for the victim, labeled the defense motion a farcical reimagining of the events that took place. Over in Lakeland, there was a counterfeit money scheme going on. And
I saw this.
I've heard of how these things go down before, because when you counterfeit money and you're printing a bunch of counterfeit money, what you really want to do afterwards is wash it, right?
Yeah. Did you guys ever have a friend who was like, I got a genius idea, I'm going to start counterfeiting money?
No, I never did. But I do think that there was somebody in my time in high school who was caught trying to buy pizza with a fake 5 or 10.
I had some friends who would try to, they'd be like, no, the new printers, I'm telling you, you can't tell the difference. And they would print them out, and then they would, like you said, they'd put them in the washer machine or the dryer.
That's not what I meant by wash them.
Oh,
I meant launder them.
You mean wash them in the criminal sense, even though they're both criminal sense. Yeah.
So, the what you do after you print a bunch of counterfeit money is you need to spend big bills on little things and get the change, and then now you have, phase 3 is profit.
Jesus, Eli, tell them how to do it. Huh?
And, try your best at it. They're really good at finding counterfeit money, which is what happened with deputies with the Polk County Sheriff's Office. They were investigating reports of counterfeit bills being passed at 2 local businesses in Lakeland in the same shopping plaza. A witness said they saw a suspect leaving in a gray Kia SUV. Jean Armand of Tampa was identified as the suspect and arrested. Now, during an interview with detectives, he claimed he got the counterfeit bills from his friends. But what was happening was they were giving them to children and telling the kids to go to the pizza place or go to the Mulberry Taco Bell. And
it's like the opposite of getting an adult to go buy liquor for you. You get a kid to go
wash your money.
Yeah, to go cash the fake money you printed out.
During an interview with detectives, Armand claimed he got the counterfeit bills from his friends, 25-year-old Quinice Staten Langley and 24-year-old Beyonce Betty Staten in Mulberry.
How dare you?
Now, according to the mugshots, Miss Beyonce bears a striking resemblance to the real Beyonce.
Get out of here.
Nope, sorry, read that wrong. Strikingly, surprising no one, Beyonce Betty Staten looks nothing at all like the famed singer. Deputies said they spotted the gray Kia SUV and pulled it over. 2 children were inside the vehicle. Those were the children. The one children still had a counterfeit $20 bill on them and a receipt for a Mulberry Taco Bell from earlier that day.
We have Beyonce's mugshot, don't you?
Let's take a peek at Beyonce.
That's Beyonce right in the middle there.
Yeah. It's a quality drop.
The single ladies. The single ladies.
That looks like the doll. Cynthia, I believe was her name.
Yeah, it does actually. Hang on. Let me see if I can find that. Cynthia doll.
Rugrats.
Yeah, it's fairly close to the Rugrats doll, I think.
The other 2 adults had $400 and $100 in currency on them. One's 5s and 10s after letting the children spend the fake $20 bills.
Quick comparison, other than the race swap version. The hair is very similar. It's like
Beyonce
fan style, but Beyonce, yep, not quite as much of a looker as the other one, I don't think.
Well, it's not always smart to DoorDash everything you want. A Florida college senior has been arrested after he ordered 1,500 rounds of ammunition to be sent to his dorm, where authorities later found a semi-automatic rifle that violates university property. Constantine Demetriades was arrested on the December 3rd after a large shipment of ammunition led to the discovery of an AR-15 rifle in his dormitory at Rollins College in Winter Park. A delivery containing 1,500 9mm ammunition arrived at the college for the 21-year-old student, prompting campus officials to investigate. Seems like something you could have just picked up, but glad you made this mistake, because that could have turned into something much worse.
Yeah.
Any substance or device identified as a weapon, according to Rollins College, is not permitted in residence halls. An argument in Florida took a sharp turn on Thursday night when what began as a verbal disagreement allegedly escalated into flying poultry and a felony arrest. Investigators say 25-year-old Jamisha Teshay Wallace threw a piece of chicken directly into another woman's face during an argument, setting off an even more physical altercation. She was booked into the jail facility where she remained on a $4,000 bond.
And ruining food fights for everyone.
I mean, I think it was just like raw chicken, or at least they had a picture in the report or in the article about that has raw chicken breasts in it. In Marathon, deputies arrested a man on Thursday after accusing him of using an umbrella as a weapon during a dispute that began in a Home Depot parking lot and ended inside the store. A 66-year-old Ramon Rodriguez is accused of choking a 54-year-old man with the umbrella at the home improvement chain store. I believe somewhere I read it was a thing that escalated in the self-checkout lanes. The victim told deputies he had pushed a shopping cart into Rodriguez's truck. The confrontation continued inside the store between the self-checkout stations. Rodriguez grabbed an umbrella upon entering the store and used it to perform a rear naked choke, which is said here to be a Brazilian jiu-jitsu move, which prevented him from breathing temporarily. Let's see. That one's kind of dark. We could skip that.
Oh.
The 2 people were accused this week of, let's say, hiding drugs in their person.
Mm-hmm.
The son of a couple in the Village is sentenced to 180 days behind bars for driving a golf. Just says driving a golf. Driving a golf cart drunk, I think, is in more trouble after arriving at the jail with drugs concealed in his anus. The items smuggled were marijuana and pills determined to be Suvorexant, a sleep aid. It said, gosh, man, it got a little descriptive.
Dance.
A detention deputy entered the cell and found 3 packages on the floor. They were covered in fecal matter.
Oh, still good.
And a bloody mucus.
Still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
Do you get a discount?
And an Orlando woman who was initially arrested for driving under the influence with a minor in the car found herself in even more trouble after attempting to hide anti-anxiety medication in her genitals. During the search, deputies found 7.5 alprazolam, which experts is...
I have no idea.
Xanax. She had 7.5 Xanax pills in her sock and more pills wrapped in clear plastic in her genitals. As far as the 2 of them, I think she did a better job of not concealing, but I would rather do her drugs than his.
Right, I see what you mean.
Just
Okay.
based on
Less
the
gross.
description of how the things went. A Florida firefighter has been arrested out at Lighthouse Point after video shows him hitting teens with a bat after a ding-dong ditch prank. And last but not least, in This Week in Florida, a Volusia County man is fed up with the lack of attention to crime in his neighborhood. So he said, you know how I'll draw attention to other criminal matters? Michael Hudson Jr., 43 of Oak Hill, is accused of using a torch lighter to set fire to a clothing basket in his own truck. It happened on December 8th near the base of North Causeway in New Smyrna Beach. He said first that his truck was stolen and then later admitting to starting the fire himself, saying he wanted to draw attention to other criminal matters. Well, he drew attention to his own, and that's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. We have a lot to get into, folks. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I've got clips galore that we need to rip through here today. We've got an update on the University of Michigan coach and all that drama he was hooked up in and connected to. Big updates on the way and some of the biggest stories of the week and a whole lot more. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 7.
Hello. Welcome to the show up behind the scenes. This is the show behind the show. We call it Skull Mic because there's a microphone here and a skull here and a camera there now. It's one of our upgrades in 2025. And this is how we talk during the commercial breaks when we're on a network break. It's fantastic to have you here. We have one more full week of the show before the end of the year, and then we're going to reboot. I'm ready for a reboot, for God's sake. We're going to reboot next year. Will be some changes. Some things will be a little different. Some stuff might change. Who knows?
Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital.
Ryan started the fire.
Looking for the perfect gift to make the man in your life feel special.
Classic episode. Classic episode.
Always seems to have everything. You never know what they want.
Speaking of The Office, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we'll play this soon. We talked about how, what's his name? The director of Kill Bill, Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino was doing an interview, and he decided to just start dumping on people, throwing people under the bus. And he's like, this guy is one of the worst actors in Hollywood. This guy sucks too, and this... He threw like 3 actors under the bus. One of them being Matthew Lillard. And now, the guy who played Gabe in The Office has come out and attacked Quentin Tarantino. He's come out swinging against Quentin Tarantino. And I'll play that audio for you in a bit. Is Sean aware of the issue, or is he ignoring us again? What issue? If you're skipping and repeating, hit the refresh button, because I don't think we're skipping and repeating. Let's go 2026. Budgets will start and pockets will get heavy. I'm thinking we're going to have a good year in 2026. I think we're going to have a good year. Sean doesn't pay much attention to Twitch chat. Oh, but I do. Hello, Twitch chatters. I'm watching you. I see you. 5 refreshes, still skipping? Chat, is your stream skipping? Yes or no? Check in. Yes or no? Is your stream skipping? Yes or no? No? Yes. Bootsy, I know you're a yes, Bootsy. Huh? What's this? Physician retires. Oh, this is somebody like selling off all their stuff?
They got a Picasso, they got a Banksy, they got...
A Banksy. No.
Look, it's right there.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, that's Mr. Brainwash.
Oh.
They have a Mr. Brainwash. They have fine art by Pablo Picasso. A McLaren GT. Should we get a McLaren?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do with a McLaren?
I don't know, but we're invited.
We're invited. They invited everybody. They sent it to everybody in the neighborhood.
Or just us. It says your name on it.
Well, you want to go and get what? What do you want on that list of stuff that's going to be auctioned?
Pablo Picasso.
A Pablo Picasso?
And sapphire jewelry.
Get out of here. You don't even like sapphire jewelry.
It's my birthstone.
Good audio and video for me. YouTube is fine. It is your birthstone? How was I supposed to know that?
I don't know yours.
I'll go with you. Drive it to Publix? Mine was, but it's not now. Yeah, how does one troubleshoot this? Some people are skipping, some people are not skipping. Some platforms are not skipping, other platforms are skipping. Let's hope for the best. All right, 1 minute and we're back live, everybody. Mr. Predicto, is the stream going to crash today? Let us know, Mr. Predicto. Will the stream crash today?
That is a likely outcome.
Fuck! It's not great. It's not great. We're going to try to muscle through. Mr. Predicto is wrong sometimes, okay? He's wrong sometimes. Hopefully today is one of those days. Knock on wood. Fingers crossed. We're coming back live on the show. Here we go.
Tours. That nobody knew who I was, and they were like, why do we have to say hello to this guy?
Recently on the Good Stuff podcast, we sat down with our friend Bradley Cooper to talk about his deep friendship with host Jacob.
He was there when I found out that I was going to have a baby.
You showed me the picture. You're like, what's that mean? And I was like, oh my God.
And how they've been there for each other through the hard times.
And I was able to sort of walk Jacob through some stuff.
Yeah, next month I'll be 8 years clean and sober.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Good Stuff podcast, and listen.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Newsroom. You know, you can watch the show. In case you get curious, go check it out. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the link up on top, or simply search for The News Junkie with an IE on YouTube, and you'll see where we are live here on the show. People are always asking about fake news, and I see so much of it, and I sift through so much of it every single week. I'll probably try to do a better job to package this. But I wanted you to bring a couple of the fake news things that I've seen over the last couple of days here. I don't know how anybody would be fooled by these, but I want you to know that this one in particular, this one is fake. All right. I'm telling you ahead of time, this is fake what I'm about to show you, lest some of you boomers think it's real. This is from the courtroom of the Charlie Kirk assassination trial. All right. The guy who shot and killed Charlie Kirk has been in court. I think this was this week the first time that he had been actually physically in court and not on like a Zoom or something. And they had like all these military vehicles, security everywhere for this guy.
Why, did they think he was going to get shot?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I don't know that anybody's ever said they were going to kill him because he killed Charlie Kirk, but he has more security than I've ever seen in my life ever. And there was this footage that supposedly came out of the courtroom of him talking with his attorney. Now, Sabrina and Celine, I don't have to tell you guys this is fake. You're going to know, but some people, I guess, were fooled by this. Let me hit play here. Stand by the dump button just in case we miss some of the bad words that did exist in this audio.
Because the Jews did it?
I don't know. She just makes up new every day to entertain her idiot fan base.
They're talking about Candace Owens, and this is supposed to be
the secret, back and forth between.
Yeah, the Charlie Kirk shooter and the attorney talking about Candace Owens' theories of what happened in this case.
What? But I literally confessed to it on Discord and to my parents, and they found my DNA on the bolt-action rifle my grandfather gave me.
Do you know how dumb people are? Do you know how dumb people on the internet are?
Pretty dumb.
She said the Jews killed Charlie, then the French government, then Egyptians. Now she's saying it was Turning Point.
That doesn't even really make any sense.
Okay, anybody with eyes and ears can tell that this is
now riddle me this though.
Dubbed audio.
Not AI audio, like someone.
No, it's somebody doing a terrible voice.
They had a group, which is not going to last very much longer, of 2 to 3 people actually record it.
Listen to the voice of the shooter. The fake voice of the shooter.
He's actually whispering a little bit at least.
And tell me it's not like something you could hear Adam Sandler doing.
Let's see.
Just kind of jump from thing to thing like that. Our fans are stupid.
They actually think they're going to crack this case.
But there's so much evidence against me.
The average Candace Owens fan makes Forrest Gump look like Oppenheimer. You can use that.
Thank you.
We have to enter a plea.
You can use
I'm
that.
thinking insanity.
Yeah, just for the record, this thing not real.
Did they make it a parody, or was their intention to really make it look like fake news?
It seemed a little bit of both. I saw a couple of people who seemed to take the bait on this, but they're not quite as smart as you might imagine people would be. That is not real. Just for the record, not real. Same with this. For those of you passing this one around, and I've seen this a couple of places online. All right, should be obvious right off the jump that Trump, as far as I know, has not been on Jeopardy. But and if you didn't know from that, and the fact that Trump looks like AI in his Jeopardy appearance, his score being 69,420 should have given it away.
Right.
That was another indicator that this probably wasn't real video making the round.
I'll take our words for 1,000. Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is also known by this word. What is a retard? That is correct.
Yeah, not real, just for those of you.
That sounds nothing like, what's his nuts?
The Jeopardy host guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man, what's the new guy's name? Shoot, I forgot.
Jesus,
Ken Jennings. Ken Jennings, that's what it is. Yeah, doesn't even sound remotely like him. Very, very bad AI overdub. Just really rough, but still enough to get a couple boomers.
If there's people that actually believe it's real, which I'm not discounting, would they believe the real sentence that is, hey, this is not real? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they could believe that, would they believe anyone telling them the truth?
That's the problem. They would think that we were fake, telling them that the fake thing was fake and that the fake thing was real. Yeah, you can't get out of it. It's a twisted situation.
I mean,
there's no way out.
Some of the fake videos that used to be pretty believable, like if you didn't really do too much digging or overly think about it, were using real pieces of the show and then kind of cutting them together where it looks like something went a certain way and it didn't go. So there was a Wheel of Fortune video that gets shared all the time. And it was supposed to be an old episode where there was like the South Park thing, like blank IGGER. And somebody said, give me an N. And then like there was some crowd kind of whoa. And then Pat Sajak didn't look too happy. But it was like pieced together audio from different episodes that like made you think like somebody really did this on Wheel of Fortune. It was like 100% did not happen.
Right, but people will fall for almost anything out there. It's kind of unbelievable how gullible a lot, especially older people online, they'll believe all of these things. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Garrett emails the show. Garrett says, hey, junkies, I have a question because it happens a lot, and maybe there's an answer that I'm not just thinking of at the moment. I know you guys do a lot of jobs while you're broadcasting, but when something like a definition, earlier it was twink, an actor's name or something to that effect comes up, you three seem not to have access to Google. Genuine question, because I know you have to run the show, but a quick search wouldn't derail the segment or show. Regardless, love the show and appreciate your work. Have a great Friday. It's incredibly hard, Garrett, to both talk and search for something or even type at the same time. At least for me, it's hard to keep like a perfect, coherent thought going and also search for something, which is why I usually ask for somebody else to do it. But normally that's what happens. I don't know. I mean, on the twink thing, I think nobody looked it up and we just moved on to the next thing. But if I did it, you'd hear me like I'm talking as I type out whatever I'm Googling. I'll be talking as I search it. And I think if you try to speak in complete sentences and search at the same time, you run into the same problem.
We're also just, Garrett, having a conversation about something and kind of, I don't know, curious about it.
I don't know if Oxford's put in twink official definition just yet.
I don't know.
I Googled it, and there is a definition here. But at the moment, I was just like, hey, do you know what it is before I Google it? Because if we just Googled everything and read it and then knew it and didn't talk about it,
we are AI.
What is the show what's gonna be in the show?
Wow, they got a whole ass Wikipedia entry for this. Huh? There's a whole twink page. It's a gay man with a youthful appearance and little to no body hair and slim to average physique, just so you know. The opposite of a bear, if you might, and used as a pejorative. My good God. Now we know. There it is for you. Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate that and appreciate the emails coming in today. If you want to be anonymous when you send in an email, that is absolutely permissible. All you have to do is put that on top, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Otherwise, I'll probably say your name in the process. This got 3 million views on YouTube, and GameStop tweeted this out. Somebody says, is this weird? All right, it's a GameStop video that they actually posted. Is this weird? I have not even seen this yet, but let's just watch it together and see if it is weird.
Hey, I'm Riley, and welcome to GameStop.
Okay.
Today, I'm here to talk about trading your old consoles, games, and accessories to GameStop. Bring them in, and we'll assess the condition, then give you cash or store credit.
I mean, so far, it's literally just a commercial.
Also, what monster just traded in their Super Nintendo original?
It's people trading in stuff. It's the woman who works at GameStop taking the stuff from them. I mean, something weird must happen for this to get 3 million views.
Your old consoles, games, and accessories to GameStop. Bring them in, and we'll assess the condition, then give you cash or store credit. We accept a wide range of video games, consoles, and controllers, including retro. We also accept phones, tablets, Apple Watches, Apple TVs, and MacBooks, even some collectibles like PSA-graded cards and amiibos.
What am I missing here?
Thanks for stopping by GameStop. See you later.
That's it.
One thing I could see is...
They said, am I too woke, or is this actually weird? You are too woke. Because, what on earth? 3 million views. It's just a commercial.
Can you go to the comments? What are they saying? That's weird. I feel like I'm missing something.
we stole your girl at Best Buy.
So yeah, she used to do ads or work for Best Buy or something.
Okay. And now she does a commercial for them instead.
Oh God.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is her older video, I guess.
Today, I'm here to talk about the Microsoft Surface Pro 9 with the 13-inch touchscreen.
Okay, so she was a Best Buy person.
They used the same exact music, like they tried to make it almost the same commercial.
Yeah, they did like the same style, and they got her over at GameStop. That's the context. With the context, it's not weird. It's just that's not weird. It's just like a commercial, okay? I don't know. Maybe this is the new reality of people in 2025 where they just go, how can I be offended by this? It's the hangers-on, the last of the woke scolds who are still like looking for something to be upset. And they're like, actually hiring this woman and having her do a GameStop commercial after her doing a Best Buy campaign, and it says, we stole your girl. I guess that's over the line. 35 million views on that. So GameStop, congratulations. Whatever it was, it absolutely worked for you. But you can give us your thoughts over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Somebody else sending in a tip dispatch about how to counterfeit money. No, I'm not going to try that. I'm going to go ahead and not try that for the moment here, but I appreciate that. And that just shows you we'll take anything over here. Here is somebody else asking for the old person sound from yesterday to be a drop at some point. We'll see if we could do that. This is the latest dispatch coming in from Sir Weeps, and he's talking to you, C-Lane. Here he goes. Let's see what he says.
C-Lane, you also have the option to do none of the drugs.
I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about the vasectomy thing?
No. He's talking about in This Week in Florida, there were 2 different sources of drugs. And I said that the woman who concealed it in a sock and wrapped in plastic versus the guy, there was some grossness surrounding his stash.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I mean, obviously not doing them is an option, but that's not a fun option.
Yeah.
The fun options are the two ones that are one is much grosser than the
I
other.
would much prefer the option of stuff that has never been inside a body.
Yeah, I too. I agree with you on that, actually. Dirty Dutch is talking about the GameStop girl. Let's see what this is.
The GameStop girl is the same actress. People are saying like she's being poached from like AT&T or something like that.
No, it's not the AT&T girl. The AT&T girl is a different woman who had her own controversies over stuff.
Both the commercials you played are like internet commercials, right?
Yeah,
because I'm not getting a broadcast vibe from those.
It's a little lower quality. It's not like as polished as one will be on TV.
What was the controversy for the AT&T girl?
The controversy for the AT&T girl, as I recall, unless I got my
sorry, Garrett, I could have just Googled that.
Was she the one? She was the one who I think had big boobs, and then she didn't like everybody like sexualizing her.
Yes, but she
and then she did OnlyFans for like fire victims or something.
Only philanthropy.
Not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about did
Milana Vaintrub?
I don't know.
She raised $500,000 for sharing flirty photos on Only Philanthropy.
It was an actual website called that?
Well, flirty just sounds to me like she didn't get naked.
Okay, yeah. And she's from what commercials?
AT&T.
She was the AT&T girl. Okay. Yeah. I'm confusing a couple of people because there's the other one who is like, I think there's one that's on one of the cell phone commercials that was pretty big too, and that became a whole thing.
Then you got the progressive chick Flo. She always gets in the mix somehow.
God,
I get them all mixed up.
Their new one is at the dog park or something. I don't know if you've seen that, C-Lane, in the morning, but...
Or maybe I have.
I have to run if I'm not in the living room to my TV because Carl loses his goddamn mind every time.
Is it dogs barking the whole time?
And it plays, and it's a great commercial, and I think it's fun, but unfortunately it doesn't play in my household. And this morning, David Martin was at a dog shelter, and I also had to run and turn off my TV.
That's a nightmare,
as he loses his mind.
So we've talked about how, like, as AI gets faster and smarter, that there would probably be options, to like remove cursing in real time when you're watching a broadcast, even if it's only like a second behind.
That'd be nice.
The option to remove dog barks and doorbells could be real good for pet owners.
It's funny because if you don't have to deal with it, it's nothing and you totally forget about it. But if you have a dog that reacts, boys,
when I'm on vacation and I hear it, I'm like, Carl's about to, he's not here.
I don't have to deal with it with Lexi, but so I do forget about it, like you just said.
Lucky.
But when guest dog comes over, guest dog
hates other dogs.
Loses their mind.
Is that the one that
PTSD?
Tried to fight?
No, that dog is Rip.
Because Carl killed him.
Oh, my God.
Just
Jeez.
kidding.
All right.
Rest in
Okay,
peace.
when we come back, jury duty is on the way. We'll give you all the updates we were talking about, including Sharon Moore, the coach for the University of Michigan. New police dispatch audio has come forward. I'll play that for you. I'll play some more behind-the-scenes drama that's popped up on this. And a police officer, got in trouble for having sex in the courtroom, and he had to come back into the courtroom and explain himself. And oh boy, is it awkward. So we'll play that for you as well. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
No, we don't want a stale-ass trivia question.
It is stale, and I'm going to get rid of it, and that's why I want to blow it right now so I can throw it away.
Hold on a second. Say that again.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by SuperSure.
The Falcons overcame a 14-point fourth-quarter deficit, stunned the Buccaneers with a walk-off field goal in Tampa. Baker Mayfield threw for 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick as the Bucs dropped to 7-7. Florida unveiled its 2026 football schedule, highlighted by their season opener against Florida Atlantic. The Magic take on the Knicks tomorrow night in NBA Cup semifinals in Las Vegas. I'm Seth Everett.
Stop buying business insurance blind. SuperSure's licensed advisors help break things down clearly so you understand your options. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by SuperSure Insurance Agency, LLC, a Florida licensed insurance agency, not an insurer, and only available in Florida.
Heavy metal on a light budget?
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you get quality and savings on your auto insurance. Here, I'll take over. See what you could save at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay.
Skull mic activated. Hang tight. Okay, folks. Jury duty coming up next. Probably my favorite clip of the day is in jury duty. And it's this officer who got busted engaging in a sex act in a courtroom. And then he has to go back into the courtroom to explain what was going on. We'll watch the whole interaction in just a bit here. It's great. Hey, Sean, I'm wearing 2 analog watches right now. Why? Any particular reason? Almost power hour? Thank God. Dragging ass today on the show. Ugh. Like pulling a boulder. Bailiffs be banging? This courtroom was a little more lively than many of them, I think. Right, Creamy? Creamy, the cameraman, agrees. He's a yes man. Going up. Are we already coming back? Not yet. He's probably leaving. He's probably using the restroom. Yep, he's disappearing. There goes C-Lane. Sabrina's not there, but that's just the usual on the breaks. Did everything start clipping, or no? Now Abraham's saying now mine's doing it? The only reason I ask about the skipping or anything like that is because I greatly increased the quality of our stream output yesterday, and it's actually way overpowered for Twitch, but Twitch should just like downshift it, and we should be fine. Your studio needs a stripper pole? Not out of the question. I mean, I don't have to explain that to anybody I'm giving a studio tour to. It's a little more PC at the moment, but stripper pole couldn't happen. Still skipping? You got any creamy push-ups in you today? Probably if I wanted to, but I don't want to underwhelm. So I'll save it for next week. Also, I'm still hurting. Okay, we're coming back right now, everybody. Let's work our way into the power hour of the show.
Samples and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nickley. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving, face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
a potential thing she wants to do to me this weekend. Well, it's just starting to sound bad. I'll clarify
to do to
here.
you?
I realize if I say it that way, it sounds kind of bad. So I'm trying to back out of that a little bit.
She brought a thing to you that she wants to do this weekend.
I phrased it wrong. I said Courtney has brought a thing to me that she wants to do to me this weekend. But that's not. So the thing that she wants to do this weekend that I said, oh, I don't know. That seems kind of weird to me. All right. I'll tell you what it is, and you guys tell me if you would do this. They're sending around something to everybody in the neighborhood because one of my neighbors, who's a physician, is retiring. I've never seen anybody do this before, but they are announcing their retirement to the whole neighborhood, and they have put together a sheet, and it's like they're selling off all of their stuff.
Like
so
physician-related stuff?
The doctor is selling off all of their stuff, but none of it's related to their job, Sabrina. They're selling off their McLaren, their Picasso paintings, their like jewelry and electronics and
that was just delivered in your mailbox?
And they're selling all of their stuff off. So you're supposed to go to their house and there's like a retirement thing and then everything's for sale because the person's done working and I guess wants to collect a little extra money.
Are they just
and downsize everything?
Getting on a cruise ship and sailing the world?
Maybe. Yeah. They might be just saying like, I would take all the money and get out of here. Jet skis, gold, silver, all the things you could think of. And Courtney's like, we should go. They have a Mr. Brainwash painting. If you remember the Banksy documentary, Exit Through the Gift Shop, all these things.
Sounds
and she's
like an estate sale.
Kind of, but it's an estate sale where the guy's not dead. The guy didn't die. He announced he's retiring and he wants to get rid of all of his stuff. And she goes, we should go. We might be able to get some cool stuff. We might be able to get some good deals. And for me, it always feels weird going through people's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, here's all the things that you've accumulated over your life. And now here they are with different price tags on them in your house. And
I don't know.
I've held an estate sale myself after my parents died. And like, just people going through all your stuff is weird. And I even think to be on the other side of that is weird.
For that. But I can see where that's very strange.
It seems weird going through people's stuff. And it also seems weird selling people's stuff after they die. This guy's not even dying. He's just retiring. It's just, and everybody gets a printout.
I'm just curious why you think at retirement, you're going to buy all the stuff that you just listed off.
I'll have to get the
So now
sheet.
he's going to be even more.
Send me that sheet.
I'll get it.
I literally was just texting Courtney to send me
I
that.
got some.
I'm telling
I
you.
want to see how much that jet ski's going for.
I'll get it during the break, and I'll bring it in here so you can see. It's like a whole thing, and it's got this list of stuff this dude has. It would almost be a humble brag list if he wasn't trying to get rid of it all because he's retiring.
Could still be.
But,
I afforded all this stuff
Here's
with my lifestyle because of my job.
Close by to?
Yeah. He doesn't live far. He lives in the neighborhood, and you'll probably see it. You'll probably get one too, Sabrina. He's giving these things out.
And I'll see you there Saturday or Sunday.
I don't know. You wouldn't feel weird about going through this guy's stuff and he's retiring. He's at the end of his career.
I'm going to wear a blazer and be like, this is a little lower than I thought it'd be, sir.
Mm-hmm. Picasso is not my favorite one. I don't like it at all.
What Sabrina said about you not being there for the estate sale is, I think, why so many of these companies exist that facilitate the estate sale for you. But the companies can be weird about it, too. And I don't know if it's just they have problems with this or what.
So expensive.
I went to an estate sale recently, and there were multiple signs up the driveway that say 100% no negotiations. Like, you can't talk. No, don't try to talk us down. All prices are final. Now, they did have like...
That makes me want to negotiate so bad, though.
Exactly. They did have deals going on where, like... things with certain color tags were 30% off, or everything was 30% off, or there was a bunch of stuff that was marked down because it was the last day of the sale, but there was still no negotiating. And once you got in there, you go throughout the whole house, upstairs, downstairs, kids' rooms, there's all kinds of stuff. And there were signs everywhere that were like warning people that if you steal anything, we're going to press charges. And I was like, do they have a lot of problems with thefts from an estate sale?
No, that's the company. And that's why there's no negotiations, and that's why everything is extremely expensive. I went to one of those, and then I went to an estate sale where it was the kids of the lady who died.
Yeah.
And I remember I got these like really nice set of plates.
You said, sorry about your dead mom, but this is not worth $12.
No, it was very like
I will give you $4.
super cheap stuff. I got this old school projector, and they're like, just have it. And then I went and grabbed this like dish towel, and she's like, that was my great grandmother's, and and then handed it to me, and we held hands. She's like, I know it's going to a good place.
I think to Sabrina's point earlier, it must be in the trash can. It must be that these people hired a professional, and the professionals know all the things that can go wrong. Because I've told you guys the story, but I was in Orlando and I set everything up. My sister was doing the estate sale, and I was like, all right, I'll be down there. And I put out all the promotion stuff for her. I posted on every website you could post an estate sale. My sister goes, it's your job to get people here. And I go, got it, understood, heard. And I put it out everywhere, right? And I was supposed to be there at 9, but it takes like 2.5 hours to get there. And I was like, I will be a little later than 9. At 7 o'clock, my sister called me. And she goes, you have to get here right now. There are hundreds of people. They're everywhere.
Jesus, Sean.
There's the whole
she was just
street
running it by herself?
She's like, I've got like one person here helping me, but it's overwhelming. And
you did your job.
I got there. I had promoted it so well. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there, even hours later. And they're all walking through your house, and you're not following them in all of the rooms. You can't have somebody in every single room. Right. They're just going through, and you hope that they're not stealing stuff. So that it
and
makes
you don't have
sense.
those signs up that said,
right,
steal stuff and get the full extent of the law.
That's why you have the security cameras. That's why you have all that stuff.
But much like your comment, where you see the sign that says no negotiation makes you want to negotiate. Mm-hmm. I saw the no stealing sign.
Just stole everything. Huh?
I didn't, but I kind of wanted to.
Just got one thing, please.
They had one of the things that I like internally laughed the hardest at was because they just everything had a price tag on it, and like I said, everything was like 30 to 40% off, even more if you paid in cash. Mm-hmm. And one of the things they had that was marked down wasn't even worth the price after the markdown. They were trying to sell individually a pair of wired Apple earbuds that would just, the ones that used to just come with the iPhone. Yeah.
For how
much? I have a whole drawer of those things, I think. I've got too many. What was the price tag?
I want to say like $12.
Oh, come on. Stupid. This is stupid. Wait, let me get the sheet from this guy, all right? This is the guy who just retired in the neighborhood and is having this whole big thing.
Okay, we don't want everyone showing up to the good deal.
I'm not telling him where it is, but I'll bring it in. It's flashy. I'm warning you ahead of time. It's flashy.
Also, I think fun game with the three of us. How much stuff can we steal? And we present it on Monday.
Rob the doctor? Okay. We can pull this off.
Rob the doc.
When we come back, we'll do jury duty, and I'll show you what's going on with this neighbor that is doing this sale that creeps me out. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On Florida's Turnpike, that accident northbound before US 27, that's been cleared up. You won't be running into any trouble there. Northbound on the Turnpike, it's stop and go before US 27 on...
Hello.
Oil change traffic tip line at 866-676-4777 from the traffic center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by
everybody.
HCA Florida West Fallujah Emergency. HCA Florida West Fallujah Emergency in DeLand is now open.
Yeah. Some breaking news.
Healthcare.com to learn more.
Some breaking news. University of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore has been charged with home invasion and stalking following his alleged attack at his mistress's apartment. The married former coach could face up to 6 years behind bars. This guy went from being a hugely successful, very rich and powerful coach to now he's facing 6 years behind bars. Moore is accused of breaking into the home of his executive assistant before grabbing knives and threatening to hurt himself, which was exactly what we told you the rumors were yesterday on the show. So it looks like we were right about that. He's a married father of 3 and was making over $5 million per year as Michigan's head coach. In jury duty, I'll have this video of his court appearance. Hang on. Let me grab it. Okay, got it. Power Hour has arrived. I was wondering why is it skipping. I thought it was me. This is the last check. Okay? This is the last check. First, Twitch. I'm only talking to you, Twitch. Twitch. Is the video feed skipping? Yes or no? This is the last check. The last customer support tech test. I'm good. All good now. Coach City says yes. That's why he stuck to coaching Michigan. He had more important things going on. Trying to make you crazy? Probably. Still skipping? Yes, badly. Multiple black browsers. Literally just skipped when you asked if it was skipping. It keeps repeating itself. Restart your app if skipping, somebody says. Give that a try, please, if you don't mind. I've jump shipped to YouTube for the day. So it's not skipping on YouTube. It's skipping on Twitch. Maybe because we're sending them... Ugh! We're sending them too much power. If he doesn't take a plea deal, his 2-1 record against Ohio State will get him acquitted. Best of luck. All good on YouTube. It's fine on YouTube. We'll see what happens on Monday. If it does it again on Twitch, we'll address the situation. No skipping on T-Mobile Cellular and also via hotspot. PF. Hang on. PF. YouTube. PF, you're our chatter of the day. I'm making the announcement earlier. I'll make it at the end of the show too. You're our chatter of the day. That is how you do feedback. That is how you do it, PF. No skipping, answering the question. Here's the type of connection I'm on. And by the way, here's this extra piece of information. That is actionable intel. Thank you. Two minutes and we're back live on the show. So many people will be like, when I listen to the podcast, it skips. And I'll go, okay, let me bring it to the podcasting company. Hey, podcast company, some people are saying the podcast skips. And they'll go, oh, really? Here's what I need. The person's name, their phone number, the type of phone, the type of connection they were on at the moment that this happened, the podcast, the time period during the podcast. I want to know what the weather was. We need to know if they were at home or if they were in a vehicle at the time. Was there any solar magnetic storms that were going on? Did they have anybody's dick in their mouth while they were doing the stream at the podcast? You get the point. And I need to know what was in your mouth when you were doing the stream when it skipped. So that's helpful. I thank you for doing that. More info is better. I bet they even want their blood type. Not even joking. I mean, they go, oh, we want the age, type of phone. Oh, here's a great one. Are they on the latest operating system? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The person who's randomly sending me an email will go, I need all of this info about you, including is your operating system up to the latest? Get out of here! Get out of here! All right, come back.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Newsroom. The three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. And if you're new here, this is The News Junkie. Learn more about the show, including everybody involved, over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com.
I got to cut myself off, man. I got to cut myself off.
What?
There's a lot of food here, and it's really good.
Oh, Jesus.
They had a Christmas brunch.
I noticed Sabrina's not cutting herself off.
No, I literally almost threw up on the board. Because it's so much food.
I just had like my second or third tiny bowl of shrimp and grits.
Bless your soul.
From Tibby's. It was really good stuff, man. It's hard to stop. It's hard to put it down.
Don't stink it up in there for the other hosts, for God's sake. Okay?
I mean, they know.
All right? Get your food, enjoy
Poor Jack,
yourself.
he's like, I brought lunch. Heard about the breakfast.
Dude, they had this Christmas brunch, and Santa and Mrs. Claus were there, I guess. But when we got in, they were like, hey, there's a bunch of leftover food. Go get some food. We got in, and there were people grabbing food, and Mrs. Claus was like, oh, this looks delightful. I'm going to take this back to the North Pole.
Oh, it's going to be a little cold.
You're like, lady, nobody's listening, okay? Between you and I, where's your North Pole?
I'm sorry, but you guys missed, or maybe Sea-Line you might have seen, but Santa Claus on motorcycle showed up to the bike drive earlier this week.
Oh, you've seen this guy before, Sean. He
local
antlers on the motorcycle, and then proceeded to, you're going to want to video this, little lady. Press the button and had a solid pregnant 50 second of voice of him going, you know, Dasher and Dancer, but you better get on your blah, blah, blah. And he's voicing all of it. And we're like, that's so cool, Santa. Oh, it's going still. All right, got it.
The Santa people are a particular type. They really are.
Yeah, but Santa motorcycle is intense. And, I mean, I'm sorry if this person's listening. You might need to hear this. Some of the lights on your motorcycle are not up to code. That is illegal, Santa.
Oh, blind.
I don't want Santa to get in. It's not that they're blinding. It's that he's got red and green flashing lights on his little motorcycle Christmas tree. You can't have red flashing lights on the road like that.
What was the Mrs. Claus that you guys ran into at iHeartRadio whilst you were gorging on the delicious foods there? Was it a black Miss Santa or a white?
It was a white Santa and Mrs. Santa.
Okay, because I've seen much more, especially this year, of the black Santa. And then yesterday I saw a Miss Claus as well, which I always love to watch everybody's reaction to.
What do you mean,
like
Miss
a divorced Ms. Claus? Or?
Yeah, Mrs. Claus and oh, no. But whatever. It's Santa Claus's wife, his broad, a black one. And everybody was reacting to this in the same way I always see these stories, where like half of the people will be like, this is even better than I was expecting. And then some of the people will be
I think they should be of all skin colors.
Some people will be like, Santa Claus is white. And I'll be like, oh, God, I am here with a full seat. I only need the
cover
edge.
those little ears right now.
Just to watch you folks right now. So, anyways, she's getting that's a good gig she got. If you go in, you do Miss Claus's work, and then
you get a to-go package full of Tibbies. Hell yeah!
You make some good money this time around if you
nothing wrong
can
with
grow
that.
a beard.
All right, am I screwing this this football coach's name up? I probably am. I think somebody just told me how to say it correctly. I don't want to be getting this wrong. It's the coach of the University of Michigan, and man, has this guy had a rough week. All right. Wait, hold on. Somebody just told me how to say it right. It's Sharon Moore.
It looks like Sharon.
All right, Sharon Moore is the guy's name. Here's how his week is going. He's the coach of the Michigan football team, or was the University of Michigan football coach. Before all of this, just to set the stage, he was making over $5 million a year at this gig. He was beloved by a lot of the people at the school and fans of the University of Michigan for being a great coach. They really enjoyed him. He'd only been there for a couple of years. Everything was coming up this guy. They really, really, really were excited about his future there. Next thing you know, he got the alert that he was fired, and then an alert came out that he was arrested and in jail within 24 hours. And all of it is beginning to unfold. It looks like the rumors we were discussing at first may have been right.
As far as the staffer affair, because I didn't hear about the illegal stuff, or maybe I missed it because it was all about inappropriate relationship with staffer, but that doesn't get you in jail.
No. The rumors that I read on, I think, Wednesday or something, said that this guy had an affair going on, that it became something that people knew around school. I guess they did an investigation at the school, and both him and the assistant said there was nothing going on. But within a couple of weeks, there were problems again. This guy's married. He's got kids and all of that stuff. And he just couldn't stop it. And so he got obsessed with his mistress. And now here's the update. And I've got some audio of him behind bars, I think, in a second. Michigan football coach, how do I say it again? Sharon Moore. Sharon Moore, charged with home invasion and stalking. Following his alleged attack at his mistress's apartment. The married former coach could face up to 6 years behind bars from making $5 million a year coaching a football, being beloved, to possibly 6 years behind bars, lost your job, lost everything. Moore is accused of breaking into the home of his executive assistant before grabbing knives and threatening to hurt himself. That's what the rumors were. According to reports, the woman had broken up with her boss, who was fired for the inappropriate relationship just days prior. Moore is a married father of three and was making over $5 million as Michigan's head coach. His bond has been set to $25,000, and he's been ordered to wear a GPS tracking device because they're scared he's going to go back to this young assistant's house and do something else. And I think this is the court appearance.
Barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life.
Okay, hold on. Was he threatening his life with butter knives? Because kitchen scissors. Kitchen scissors can do some damage. You could hurt yourself. You could do damage with the kitchen scissors. If you have a butter knife and you're like, I'm going to do it, I might be like, go ahead. Give that a try. A butter knife ain't going to get through your skin, I don't think, unless you're really just sawing.
How long was this affair that you're going that crazy, my dude?
I think it was going on for at least a couple of months, if not longer than that. He fell in love with this young girl, and he had like a beautiful wife and family and everything, and he just threw it all away.
I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands.
Whoa.
My life.
Sharon.
Very, very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment.
Mr. Moore, could you state your name, please?
Sharon Moore.
So you are not to use alcohol, marijuana, or any other controlled substance that is not prescribed to you.
Damn.
Made bail.
You are not to possess or purchase a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You are not to engage in criminal conduct of any kind whatsoever.
Get some security for this
woman. You may not leave
woman.
the state of Michigan without permission of the court.
That it?
Prior to your release, you will be placed on a GPS tether.
They don't have original sound turned
Will
on.
not be released before that GPS tether is placed upon you.
All right, so he's got GPS. He's got this bond, if he pays it, is $25,000, and he can't get a gun or drink or anything, or obviously go anywhere near this young assistant.
Is he allowed to have a butter knife? Because that was one of the dangerous weapons in question.
They didn't mention that specifically, Sea-Line. They did not get into the details about that.
And to go to that extent,
yeah,
keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy, if he's going to do that, look, he had a career, he had a marriage, he had a family. If you're going to blow all of that up, get the cops at this young girl's house, because the idea that he'll go back there is a real possibility. There's more information here from the reporter John Bacon on social media. A real guy, not a friend of mine, even though he's got a food last name like most of my friends do. Conducted an internal investigation, interviewing both Moore and the employee separately, I presume, this summer. Both said no how and no way anything was happening between them, which didn't give University of Michigan much to go on, so they left it.
Not no way, not no how.
Then her account flipped the day before all hell broke loose, and I hear there's some people saying that she may have even told his wife as well. And so he got fired. His wife now knows about it. The school knows about it. ESPN is reporting on it. He goes to this mistress's house, and then a whole big blow up ensues. And now, to make things even worse in his life, he is in a position where he's behind bars and will be for at least a while.
Okay, so you mentioned sending people to her house, like she needs to be kept safe because there's a chance he goes back there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They ordered him not to consume alcohol or any illegal drugs. Is that just boilerplate, or are we thinking that maybe part of this spiral had drugs and stuff leading to it?
I don't know.
That's usually what is part of it. And do not contact.
I mean, it would only make things worse anyhow, but I would legitimately be worried about this person's life.
Yeah.
If he's willing to do all that.
She probably doesn't want to be at her own house.
No, and then now he blew up everything. He's got nothing to lose. He's just like, well, I don't want to go to jail for 6 years. It could be real bad. So we'll keep an eye on this. It's the big talk in the sports world, and this show's a big part of the sports world. And so I just want to let you know about that, everybody. So there you go. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all your emails. And I'll get to one of these when we come back, because somebody wants to talk about that estate sale thing I talked about earlier. I've got the sheet from it for you, Sabrina and C-Lane, so you guys can see what's going on. I think it's weird, and I would feel a little uncomfortable at this, but I bet a lot of people are going to go. I'll explain what's going on. If you hadn't heard about this, wait till you see the whole sheet that was handed out all around my neighborhood. I'll read it for you. I'll tell you what's going on. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On Florida's Turnpike, that accident northbound before US 27, that's been cleared up. You won't be running into any trouble there. Northbound on the Turnpike, it's stop and go before US 27. On I-4 westbound, there's a crash off to the shoulder before Sand Lake Road getting cleared up. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways there. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Silent night? Not with that garage door. Everdoor's $49 tune-up brings peace and quiet before the holidays. Same-day service at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Folks, living in Central Florida as of late is weather snip-snapping all over the place. It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. Your AC is working overtime. And I want you to have somebody you can rely on to make sure that your AC stays cold when you want it cold and warm when you want it warm. And that's why Mills Air is out there to help you. They've been in business since 1992. That is over 30 years that they've been helping people like you. They have experience. They know what they're doing. Their team is the best of the best of the best. They really are that good at Mills Air. And they strive to be honest with you. So if you like this kind of stuff, if you want a company you can trust, if you want a locally owned and operated, family owned and operated company, you want Mills Air. When you have a problem with your AC, you dial 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with. You deserve something better. And better health. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality, affordable health insurance. You have health insurance needs. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums, with in-network preventive care at no cost to you, and a network of local doctors and hospitals. So if you're still shopping for health insurance, go to ambetterhealth.com/enroll to get your free, no-obligation quote. That's ambetterhealth.com/enroll. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Find the plan that's right for you right now. ambetterhealth.com/enroll. Ambetter Health, on a mission for better. Ambetter Health is the brand name for health insurance products underwritten by subsidiaries of Centene Corporation. Go to ambetterhealth.com to see offerings in your state. This is a solicitation for insurance.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Get into the holiday spirit at Daytona Poker from December 10th through the 14th with the Holiday Classic. With a $300 buy-in, chase a guaranteed $100,000 prize pool and start with a $30,000 stack. Visit Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club for holiday fun and exciting poker action. Daytona Poker is ready to slay the pits Sunday, December 14th. From noon to 6, every 15 minutes, one lucky table game guest will win $300 in cash. That's a $7,500 holiday giveaway. Join us at Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club and let your winnings jingle all the way.
Satch Vai Band, featuring Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, surfing with the Hydra 2026 tour, April 26th. Hard Rock Live, Orlando. Special guest, Animals as leaders. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Worried about buying or selling your home? Don't be. The Nickley Group with
Yo. That's right. Dull Mike is back, baby. How's everybody doing? Steffa P. Hello. Trini. Chat. How we doing? I was trying to. How am I feeling? I feel good. I feel about the same. Just like I said, I think a little swollen still. That's about it. It was very. Thank you. Just call Mosher. Thank you. I was banned for a joke. Yeah, cat butthole. You're right. It's not so bad. I think the boy they are on ice at the moment, but I haven't been icing them as much today as I did yesterday. Yesterday they said, well, "What are you doing after this?" And I said, "Lay it in bed." And they were like, "Good answer. You have to lay in bed for 24 hours." I did not make it the full 24. I was like, I'm going to work as long as I don't feel like absolute dog shit. The ice made you swollen longer? Yeah, I'd say I did like 20 on, 40 off yesterday, cat butthole. And today's just been like, all right, whatever. I'm going to do it a little bit just to make sure. It's good. Surprised I'm back at work already. It wasn't that bad, you know. Kevin, yours was $10. Mine was $35. Copay. I wasn't sure what it was gonna cost. The turtle comment. I came T-back. I came up with the lead actor won't come out of his trailer, and it just was not landing with Sabrina, so they had to go back to the turtle. Use a cold Diet Coke, then you can drink it. Yeah, but then when I drink it, it's not going to be as cold. My bro and also another good friend did not listen and went to work the next day. Sadly, they were grapefruit sized within a week. Well, that's not good. Hopefully, I don't have that issue. However, my wife was when I told her I got to stay in bed all day, she's like, I need this in writing. I don't believe this, because all she heard was that our neighbor got his done and he was like doing yard work or moving either the next day or the same day. So she's like, you don't get to stay in bed. I was like, yes, I do. I get to lay in bed all day. And it's kind of boring. I ended up playing some video games, though. So playing some old Game Boy and Super Nintendo games. That part was fun. So, yeah, it was fun. Anyway, God bless modern science. You're damn right. Also, I think the friend that did yard work the same day didn't get Valium, and I did. So, boo-hoo, because that was awesome. Coming back.
Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is
You had going through the most viral stories of the day. That's right. You found yourself square in the middle of the world's most viral newsroom. Hang out with us. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. I got this flyer for this event that I think it would be weird. Courtney really wants to do this, and I think somehow she's convinced that C-Lane and Sabrina are also going to go along for the ride here.
Somehow? We both said we're definitely down to go.
You don't think this is weird?
Nah.
It's strange to me. This person handed this out all over the neighborhood. They handed out this sign, okay? And the sign, I don't know if you need to go here or if you, I know you've got camera options. You let me
give me a second. I'll get there.
Right. You're
addresses?
No. There's no address on the thing I'm showing here. It says physician retires. All right? Physician retires. Authenticated. So this is legit. I've never heard of somebody retiring and then selling off all of their stuff, but it says, following a previous reorganization / medical center closure, plus a majority of other valuable collections, authenticated. And then it says, this doctor that's retiring in my neighborhood is selling off all of their stuff. They're retiring and just selling it all. And I think it would be weird to walk around this house and just, it's almost like being in a dead person's house after an estate or something.
All right, there you go.
They like that too. All right, there you go. All right. Physician retires, authenticated, and you can see some of the options of stuff they have. There's a McLaren. A McLaren GT is one of the things this guy is selling off. It says, fine art from Pablo Picasso, Rolex watches, Patek Philippe, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, fine handmade silk carpets, all of the things you could ever ask for.
Did we cross-check everything?
What, you mean to say, see if this guy's not robbing places and selling it afterwards?
Or we're all now going to be less of a kidney after we meet up?
I don't know. Maybe that's a pretty attractive thing to reel you in with.
Yeah.
Like,
you had me at
doctor,
authenticated in all caps.
Why not get some Tanzanite and a McLaren GT at this sale that's going on here with this particular physician? So I ask you, chat folks, would you go to this or is it weird? Tam Jam says, that's sus. I'm a little suspicious myself. I think it seems like a trap. It seems weird. And it seems like I'm going to be, if it's real, walking through somebody else's stuff, which always makes me feel strange. I know people retire. That's great. I want you to retire. Awesome. It sounds to me, C-Line might be onto something. Maybe this guy is retiring. Maybe he's had some issues. And maybe he's just going to disappear. Maybe he is completely ready to disappear, and he's going to put all this stuff up and then see you later, no more. Somebody says, if you go there, it says authenticated, so why would there be a problem? Well, anybody could just put that if they wanted to, right? Yeah.
I've definitely ordered music memorabilia items. There's comes with a certificate of authenticity. I'm like, It's not like there's a government body that issues certificates of authenticity on a signed playbill.
No, this guy could just do it. The doctor could just be like, I'm authenticating it because it's my stuff right now. So let us know if you would go to this. If we should steer clear, but Sealand and Sabrina seem piqued. It seems that their interest is piqued on this one.
Here's the thing. I was thinking something more along the lines. This doesn't sound like an estate sale. Like, I want to just show up at a house and browse. This says call for a reservation.
It says auction. Yeah, call for reservations. But what does this part mean? This is what's getting my attention that maybe I'm not getting across here.
Send nudes.
Forced public auction.
Oh.
What does that mean? Does that mean like legitimately maybe this person was disgraced? Disgracia? Yeah, what does forced public auction mean? Does that mean this person is like drummed out of the industry and then they have to sell all this crap?
Sale or property often seized by the government for unpaid taxes or law violations or foreclosed due to debt, like mortgages, is sold openly to the highest bidder to recover funds.
Wow. So
involving agencies like IRS. The flyer does not scream involving agencies.
No, that's what I'm saying. At the top, it says physician retires. So you think, oh, there's nothing harmful about this. It's just a doctor's retiring.
We have a lot of doctors that listen that I'm sure are up for retirement, or at least someone knows a physician that retired. Does it go like this?
No, I haven't seen this before.
I'm seeing some flags.
Forced public auction? That seems bad.
If it's a tax lien certificate that has not been paid off within 2 years, the holder of the certificate can apply to force a public auction of the property.
Wow. And so they're going to auction all this person's stuff off. And then it's even weirder. What if they're at the auction trying to win back their own stuff with us? That's going to be uncomfortable. Like, hey, Doc, what's going on? Like, oh, I'm here to try to buy back my favorite stuff. Really wanted that Picasso.
I can't buy it with money, but who would like a blank prescription slip?
We had a roommate back in the day who stopped paying the bill on his storage unit. And my other roommate, the two of us were like, what if we went to the auction and just bought all of his stuff? And then it was like, ha ha, it's ours now.
Never
we
give it
own
back,
it. Yeah.
Another person who had a weird week.
He also never paid rent for a while. So
let's go over to Memphis, Tennessee. I wonder how the audio on this one's going to be. I'm hoping for the best. There is a police officer. He is no longer a police officer. He was a Shelby County deputy in Memphis, Tennessee. And he's gotten in trouble because he got caught having sex in a courtroom while he was on duty. This person may have a forced public auction in their future as well. I'm not sure. But the part about this that interests me was there's video of him being confronted about all of this. And I guess they asked him questions. So let's watch. Let's see what happens here.
Commissioner Beverly, I just got two questions. Did you engage in oral sex inside of the courtroom?
I didn't engage in oral sex. She engaged in oral sex. I was
nice. Yes. It's perfect.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. He said I wasn't doing it. Now I'm going to throw a flag on the field here. Isn't it? If one person's giving and the other person's receiving, aren't both people?
That is an engagement.
You're still both doing the thing, right? Like, yeah, it's like saying, "Oh, we weren't having sex. I was laying perfectly still." No, you're still participating in the act.
I proposed to you, but we're still fiancés together. You know, you can't just be like, "Oh, I mean, my finger was there."
This guy goes,
that was a very
Your
PC
Honor.
answer. I liked yours.
He's like, technically, Your Honor, she was giving and I was receiving, so I
sexually
wasn't
assaulted.
Did you engage in oral sex inside of the courtroom?
I didn't engage in oral sex. She engaged in oral sex. I received, yes.
Okay. Were there citizens in the building at the time?
So I can't say my court was down, and usually get dismissed around the time that my court was down or whatever. So I had completed my tour of duty. We were just waiting to get dismissed, and that's like he said, my tour of duty was over.
Classic, one of those classic waiting to be dismissed mops.
We had some time to burn. My tour of duty was over for the day.
I was sitting. I would have been fine just sitting there. But she wanted to engage in the oral sex.
Yeah, he almost frames it like, what was I supposed to do? Say no? I would have been here for a different reason if I did that. No, I can't turn that down. I was nearly forced into it, Your Honor.
When he said that the officers aren't supposed to patrol in the hallways, that's not always happening. That may be what they say, but that's not always happening. I was always able to respond to a call or need to be responding to a call. There was a late team.
Imagine. It's like I was still available for my job, right? Yeah, right. I'm sure, yeah. Like you're right in the middle of it. You're right there on the edge, and then somebody goes, "I need help out here." Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, buddy. I think this guy's toast. In fact, I already know. Just to spoiler alert you, he is toast.
I think if you're taking that action, you're able to respond to a call.
Commissioner Wright, I've just got one or two little things here.
Oh, he's got two too.
You was in uniform during those actions, correct?
Yes, sir.
Partially.
And you were still on the clock with Shelby County Sheriff's Department, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Commissioner Wright, I make a motion for decertification.
Commissioner Beverly, second.
There goes his job.
We have a motion and a second on the floor.
So they're trying to see if he's going to be decertified as a police officer.
Discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Me?
Motion
Nobody.
carries. All right. Mr. Hamlin, who to step outside?
Yeah, see you later, buddy. No longer a cop, just like that. And he tried his best to pin it off on the woman who was engaging in this with him. It's not a thing where you can have an attorney. I don't think it's just for your job. So, like, he was supposed to go there and stand before
like a
the
union
board.
Thing?
It's the way they certify officers in this particular county, I'm guessing, Shelby County. So there's something called the Tennessee Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission, and they can decertify police officers when they do something wrong. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Can we do that everywhere else? I mean, I'm sure this is happening in other counties too, but that's what it was. There were some complaints about this, and they have this board that decides whether or not the cops can keep their jobs. And at this informal hearing, they decided he was going to be decertified for having oral sex in a courtroom while he was on duty, even though he tried to blame it on the woman. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. This is from Phil, who says, "Hey, junkies, I too went to an estate sale that was done by a private company. It was extremely overpriced stuff, and there were signs everywhere saying no negotiations on price. And on the other side, I went to a few that were privately ran by the child of the deceased, and when I walked up there, they handed me a large trash bag and said, for $20, you can take this, and whatever you fit in here, you could take with you." Oh, God. That's so much more sad that way. Thank you for the email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, if you want to get your thoughts in on the show as well. Alternatively, you could join us, as always, on the show with something we call a dispatch, and you can record yours an audio or video dispatch if you'd like over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
You can call me Puzzle Master.
Definitely not going to do that.
How about Big Daddy?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate you. And now's the time to rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a banger. A humdinger. 1 out of 10 is a real loser. Get out of here with this garbage. We shall never talk about this show again. So what is it? 10 out of 10? 1 out of 10? Somewhere in the middle? Rate the show now, please.
Emergency in DeLand is now open. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Health.
888. Whoa. Oh, hey.
Its services are very hospital.
Creamy.
One of my favorite things.
Creamy.
From that mortgage guy.
Creamy.
Is in fact
Creamy.
Creamy. That's right. Every Saturday morning.
Creamy.
Into the Home Loans Radio Show, where Don and his crew are answering your questions live on the air. Pulling back.
Okay.
Explaining the real mortgage.
mortgage process to you because
Creamy!
I want you to know how it works. A stand-up guy who's looking out for you, taking care of you,
Unbelievable.
your family. So when it comes to big life decisions like
9 out of 10 Creamy clips. Creamy, this is strike one, buddy.
maybe starting a business.
This is strike one, Creamy.
Work with someone who's got your back. And that is That Mortgage Guy Don. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.
Creamy the cameraman back in action. 2 more strikes and he's fired forever. I hope it doesn't happen. Look at that face. You want to say no to that face? You want Creamy the cameraman to get fired? On his first day? Yikes! 10 humdingers out of 10. 8 out of 10 receiving oral while in uniform. 9 out of 10 clipped Creamy clips. 8 out of 10 oral sex, 7.8. 10 humdingers out of 10. God bless you all. You're too generous today. I thought it was a 4 out of 10 at best. Just wasn't a winner. Now for our chatter of the week. They told him he couldn't do it. They told him he shouldn't do it. Even Creamy was conspiring against him. He said, don't even try it. You can't pull it off. But he did it anyway. Because he's a stand-up guy. He's real good at giving feedback over on YouTube, where he's at on his platform. And that's what makes him our chatter of the week, PF on YouTube. PF on YT, our chatter of the week. Congratulations, friend. You did it. Don't boo him. Don't boo him. You guys on Twitch were complaining about skipping all day long. 10 ice bags out of 10. I forgot C-Lane's iced up this whole time. PF, you did it. You did it, buddy.
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30%.
All right, God bless everybody. We'll see you next week for our final week of live shows in 2025. The roast, Monday. It's yours. Monday.
leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Bad breath is a confidence killer. You have the best outfit, the sharpest resume, even the funniest jokes. But if your breath smells like the food you just ate, that's all people remember. It's not your fault. Bad breath often comes from your gut. And most regular gums and mints, they just cover it up. It's like spraying perfume on dirty laundry. It doesn't solve the problem. That's where Zellman's Minty Mouth comes in. Zellman's is not just another mint. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules are coated with powerful, delicious mint, but they're also filled with parsley seed oil, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders. Garlic, onions, coffee, even smoker's breath, all handled. With Zellman's, you get the confidence of fresh, clean breath, and it lasts for hours, backed by a love-it-or-your-money-back guarantee. Zellman's is only available online, so go to Zellmans.com. That's Zellmins.com. Use the code RADIO for 15% off your first order. That's Zellmans.com, code RADIO.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
This is Trainer Games.
Watch it on Prime Video starting January 8th. I'm Raymond Arroyo. I'd like to invite you to my new podcast, Arroyo Grande. Discover life lessons, practical advice, and inspiring examples to live by as I sit with celebrities and thought leaders you'll absolutely love. Listen to Arroyo Grande wherever you get your podcasts.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleyGroup.com.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. Hey, thank you, folks, for hanging out with us. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. A new secret show goes up in just a couple hours here. It's probably up for you now if it's 5 p.m. EST, wherever you are. Go grab that. Unlock secret shows. Learn how over at thenewsjunkie.com. The other thing is the roast will be up on Monday. The roast will be available for everybody to watch. You can beam it to your TV and watch on the big screen. You can do whatever you want with it. You can buy it. You can listen to it. You can get the audio if you're just driving around and you want to hear it. It's all going to be up for you on thenewsjunkie.com on Monday. That's when the roast will be available, the first of our video on demand offerings. And I really think you're going to like it. If you haven't seen it, it'll make you laugh for sure. All right, let's do some of the final things here today. I thought this was going to be in This Week in Florida. Honestly, it might have not made the cut on that one. But there was this woman who was arrested in Marion County, and she taunted the deputies.
I did not see this.
After they arrested her, this lady, she looks she looks kind of wet in the booking photo. I'm not sure why she's glistening so much, but she looks a little, she went fast before all of this. And her quote was, "Y'all need faster cars." A Kia driver taunted deputies after a 112-mile-per-hour chase.
Damn, good for you, Kia.
Deputies, they said, here's the story. Marion County deputies arrested a woman after she was clocked going more than 100 miles per hour, but not before she had a few words about their vehicles. Courtney Frazier was driving 112 miles per hour, which has a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit. They initiated a traffic stop, but she kept going. After some time, they lost sight of her Kia K5. But a radio call from dispatch let them know where the heavily damaged car had been spotted at a bar, of all places, near Silver Spring Shores, just a few yards away from where they lost sight of it. It crashed into a steel storage container. There, she had words for the attorneys who approached her. "I was leaving your asses," she said. "Y'all need faster cars."
I was leaving y'all's ass.
She said she thought she was being chased because of her window tint. They said, "No, you were going over 100 miles an hour, ma'am." That's what this was all about, actually.
Well, why didn't you say nothing?
She said, "You got to get faster cars." It's really sad and pathetic.
I mean, she did outrun them.
She did for a while. They didn't know where it was if it wasn't for the dispatch saying, "Hey, here's where this lady is." Another video making the rounds is some doorbell footage of a DoorDash driver. They said it shows her spraying an unknown substance on somebody's food. Let's take a look here.
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw this morning.
Oh, Carl's barking.
They believe it's pepper spray. She's taking a picture. Now she's spraying her pepper spray. Damn.
So,
you know what
so
sucks?
Go ahead.
What sucks for DoorDash is you hire so many people, there's bound to be people like this, and then it makes it look bad.
It was the same thing with Uber back when, Uber went worldwide little by little, and then you have one sexual assault, and it's like Uber driver. When you say taxi driver, taxi's not a brand, but Uber driver, makes people think twice about using the service. When the company is that big, the more people you employ, you contract or not.
That's the person who was caught. Like, how much did she do to other people's food? Because from what I understood, it was all over a bad tip.
Yeah.
What she deemed a bad tip.
That's what I assumed it was. I didn't read the story.
Right.
I just saw the video.
Also, the person whose food it was, the neighbor's one who posted on TikTok. And when she said, "Do you want, a lot of people has gone viral. Do you want to talk about it?" She's like, "I only want to talk to the news."
Mm-hmm.
And so he only talked to the news about it. He wanted to go even more viral. Yeah. The person whose food was maced.
When Mark Cardin's wife began eating the order, he told Inside Edition she started coughing and gasping to the point of throwing up. And I noticed there was something sprayed on the bag, and then they looked at the doorbell footage after that. And finally here, before we get to our final dispatch or so, Steven Spielberg's new movie, they've begun teasing this with mystery billboards all over the place.
I thought the last one was supposed to be the last one. Or was that just the last one he did with John Williams?
This is a new film. The headlines say stuff like this. Does Steven Spielberg's new film star real aliens? Big if true, if that was the case. They said that this new film is coming out from Steven Spielberg, and it's all very secretive. It says all will be disclosed. It's an as yet unofficially untitled film about UFOs. It's secretive. It's new. They don't know what the hell's going on.
What a teaser.
But he's putting this out there, and they're saying that there could be real aliens in Steven Spielberg's movie. I seriously doubt it, but let's see. Final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
All right, let's see what we got here. Not a lot of time. Really only time for one. Let me refresh to get the latest and see who's going to make the cut. Here's I'll go over to Big Fish talking about the estate sale. Hello.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
This is completely normal. I sell on eBay and I source most of my stuff from estate sales. That kind of verbiage and wording I see in ads all the time for the estate sales that I go to. Nothing sus about it, my friends.
Well, the part where it says like legally required or whatever was kind of sus, if I'm honest. But here is S. Wheeler.
Talking about the estate sales. Said one of them, you buy a trash bag for $20 and fill it up. Mm-hmm. Sean, maybe your neighbor, the retirement doctor guy, maybe he's doing the same thing, going that route. You buy 20 trash bags, cut down the side, cut down the bottom.
I'll get it there.
Lay flat, wrap them right around that McLaren. There you go, $400 McLaren, wrapped in trash bags.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, friend. Hope all's going well with your place in Jamaica there, buddy. There he is. Let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do... Oh, no. We're fine. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
One more week, folks. Ah, yes.
You didn't print it out, did you?
No, I didn't. I've got it digitally in front of me. Today I Learned for a Friday, December 12th, 2025. Today I learned this establishment right here. I've been told this is a song they used in a commercial campaign. I don't remember it.
Chicken tenders, taters, and gravy.
KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken is indeed correct. I've never heard of that in my life. Colonel Sanders' original restaurant in Corbin, Kentucky, a.k.a. the birthplace of Kentucky Fried Chicken, was carefully restored and placed on the National Register of Historical Places. It will be as if you are going into the original place in the 1940s if you want to go on a vacation to Corbin, Kentucky.
Will it have 1940s prices?
Maybe.
What about seating arrangements?
They do have a dining room. They do have, and you
This
get
isn't that great for everybody.
There are separate water fountains.
I don't know, but that would be unfortunate.
Very uncomfortable.
That would be bad. And, well, that's going to have to do it. Let's skip around to the end here to wrap it up for this lovely day. Celine, this wasn't my idea. This was your idea, just for the record.
What idea?
Because I was like, what song should we use to get out of here? Today I learned this band.
Stone Temple Pilots?
Stone Temple Pilots is correct. Yeah. I mean, this is not me sending a message to you. I wouldn't do that. I think you're as every bit of a man as you were before.
This is messed up, dude. This is really messed up.
Doing this. Linkin Park lead singer Chester Bennington was a huge fan of the Stone Temple Pilots, often dreamed of joining the band, and then he got to join the band one day.
And then what else happened?
Then I lost track of what happened after that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back on Monday. Same time, same place. Miss any of the show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next time, everybody.